Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, everyone. Hello, welcome to I'm a Small Gamer. I'm your host, Rob. Welcome to our Christmas special, which really involves me just sitting down all day and taking random Skype calls for the day while painting. And I'm very excited about it. I've even got a new shirt. More on that story later. But I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has joined me live today, and wish you. I'm gonna wish each one of you a Merry Christmas. You can tell I haven't properly started today. First humans I've spoke to. Major Sockbert, hello, Merry Christmas. Helgamar, Merry Christmas. I hope you're well and you're painting up those MCP boys. Big Goldfish, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the gin. Razor Wolf, Merry Christmas. Not sure what you're up to, but Merry Christmas to you. Oops. Oh no, Coops45, Merry Christmas to you. AOSP, very Merry Christmas to you. Mr. Tiger, Merry Christmas to you. Luke, Merry Christmas. Edius Knight, Merry Christmas to you. Who else have we got? Stahl, Merry Christmas. AOSP, thanks for donating £5 to the show. Merry Christmas. Thanks, AOSP. Ilob Oya, Merry Christmas to you. I'm sure I said that wrong. Iloiba, if you can help me out, but Merry Christmas to you. Hope you're well. Icon Dot, Merry Christmas to you. Jaysby, Merry Christmas to you. Tuffy Years, Merry Christmas to you. Joe Cryer, Merry Christmas to you. Battle Chode, Merry Christmas to you. MJ Pixis, a very Merry Christmas to you. I'm going to message you while we're live and show you some stuff. But MJ Pixis, you are welcome. I think you're able, as a mod, to make, what are they called? Quizzes, polls. And feel free to whenever you want. Hellstorm Dan, very Merry Christmas to you. You are a chav. Tom Whitbrook, Merry Christmas to you. Good luck with the painting. Chris Wallace, Merry Christmas. Eyeglasses, Merry Christmas. Pescu, Guten Tag, Merry Christmas. Gorka Walker, a very Merry fucking Christmas to you. Bill Murray Christmas special, one of the best Christmas specials of all time. Sales Grim, Merry Christmas. Nicky D. Williams, Merry Christmas. Captain Brownwood, Merry Christmas. Coops, Merry Christmas. Captain Will Myers, Merry Christmas. I think I've got all of you so far. Oh shit, there's something new coming out on Christmas. Thanks, Helgamart. I'm going to read it now. Christmas preview, Hedonites, Habits, and Hecatari. We'll get this up on the screen in a second. Hold on, let me get this up. 1 second, that's what she said. Wait, first Christmas innuendo. Who hasn't got one of those in the bag? That's what she said. Again, another Christmas innuendo. Oh, I'm smashing it. Hold on, let me just get this solo. Let me just get this scene up. I don't know why I'm rushing. I've got hours. I always rush because I always feel like you guys don't want to see me faffing. Here we go. I'll tell you about my shirt in a minute because I'm very excited about the shirt. But I hope you're all well. How is everyone today? Innes Wilson, thanks for subscribing. And also, Merry Christmas. Lovely man is Boss Baby Wilson. Big fan. So let's have a look. Let's see what's on this thing, shall we? Early this year, we showed off this sister battle model, the Palatine. Hold on, let me just make sure this is centered for you guys, so you're not just like, I can't see anything wrong. There we go. All right, okay. Okay, cool. A nice sister battle. Well, now you can let she'll be making part of a debut in a new battle box. Already don't care. But is there some new dudes in there? They look cool. Piety and Pain. Bold choice to go with that for Christmas. Who's that leading to denizens of Comera on a real space raid? Santa says that you've been good hobbies this year, so I'll tell you it's a new Lilith Hesperax. Colonel Cabbage, if he was in the chat, would be losing his fucking mind. Jaysby, Merry Christmas. I see you. War Machine, Merry Christmas to you. Hope you're well. So Lilith Hesperax. Lilith Hesperax. Pretty cool model. Look at that. What's she got? A dead Tau. That Tau? A dead Tau at a base? Do you think, is it? Or no, it's a dead Eldar? Anyway, the Undisputed Queen of the Witches is reimagined in plastic for the first time, deadlier and more dynamic than ever. I have no problem with the model. I think it's brilliant. I only have a problem with the fact that she's barefoot. Like, she's at least conscious enough to know that being completely clad in armor is fairly important in Warhammer 40,000. 140k down under. Merry Christmas to you too. I'm really into Christmas this year, so you guys are just gonna have to deal with me. So that's all I've got. Thanks. Yeah, what do you all think? We'll take this slowly. What does everyone think of this model? Thoughts, please. Gentlemen, I can see that MJ Pixis loves it. Born Again Manchild, Merry Christmas to you. Ambient Joe, Merry Christmas to you. Snubsy, Merry Christmas to you. What if she jumps on those thorns? She could get tetanus or worse. Agreed, Snubsy. Thank you. Feet pics from Games Workshop for Christmas. Oh boy. I'm now into 40k apparently. And feet pics. I'm a fan, but so freaking over every damn nod. I need to be leaping off something. Okay, she's looking a little bit underwhelming. Really? She's got very pallid skin. I mean, can I say that she just looks like a witch elf and no one stabs me? Like, she just looks like a witch elf. Well, what can I say? Like, sure. But cool. She's very dynamic, jumping off something. The blades look like very thick. Like, I get that, like the edge of the blade is very thick. Like, what's that going to cut? Like, is that okay to say? At least that element? Like, I know making plastic sharp isn't really the goal, but that has a particular edge to it, which doesn't in any way intimidate me. So, I don't know if anyone has any thoughts there. Thick daggers, yeah. She got that 80s hair down, she has. Big shout out to you, by the way. Love you loads. Merry Christmas, Snubsy. I have to run up and down the stairs because I hate everyone, but I have to show that I don't hate everyone and cause me to so much confusion. Full Griever, thanks for subscribing. Oh, Jaysby, thanks for donating sort of £65 to the bloody fund. If everyone would like to quickly see where we're at. Oh man, that's so nice of you. That's super lovely. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you, Jaysby. That's lovely. You've taken up to 88%. So thanks. That's really Merry Christmas to you. I will have what should I have? My first bite of Christmas mince pie for you, Jaysby. Merry Christmas. Oh, it's so crusty. I can't talk now. This is a terrible decision. I don't want to get any on my new shirt. Help. Jaysby, Merry Christmas, man. Thank you so much. Is it Greg's? It's not from Greg's. It's from, It's M&S. Taste the difference. I bought myself, Tim's Wheelbarrow. Merry Christmas to you. Gorgeous, man. Didn't I say I was going to have an whiskey on Xmas? I don't think so. Did I? If I did, I'm sorry, because I haven't got any whiskey with me. Otherwise, I'd have one with you. Because it's Christmas. Or was that sub goal? I don't think that was me even, Luke. To be honest. But, maybe. If I can go find some whiskey later, I'll go get one. I'll have a whiskey mule. My first drink in 18 years or however long. Right, look. Great model. What's next? Oh, the back. Hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Woo! So she's pretty decked. It's pretty nice. I really appreciate her getting the extra support here around the midriff because she needs that. That's you gotta be tight in. That's nice. Still thick dagger. Don't love that. And again, very concerned that she's barefoot. Look at that. Look, she just puts her foot down. She's gonna stab her foot. It's not helpful for anyone. Right. Oh shit, son. From the Grim Darts 5. Well, Christmas time is excess, isn't it? So let me share some things that are coming. Starting with the amazing Hedonite Slaanesh Battle Tome. Knew it. Wait, Hedonite Slaanesh? Hedonites. What was the last one? Hedonite Slaanesh. So it's just a new Hedonite Slaanesh Battle Tome, which should mean but lot wires between the covers of this extravagant tome. First up, we have the Chosen Knights of the Dark Prince, the Sickle Blade Seekers, riding those auto steeds of Slaanesh. Ooh. Hello. Vince is going to go nuts. Vince will be on the show later, and he'll be losing his fucking mind about this. Look at that. This guy's cool. That's a wicked pose. Look at he's right now. He's either playing croquet. Yeah, he's like... Listen, I really like the pose of the rider, but look, we need to have a conversation, Twitch chat. Hold on. About this. Hold on. What is going on here? Oh no, wait, hold on, let me get it up. Oh god. 1 second, everyone. What is going on with this guy's face? He's having such a good time. He's like, this guy's like, I'm gonna whack the shit out of this. And he's like, I believe in you so much. I'm gonna whack it so hard. I really love you and believe in you. Oh god, he's great. Wait, we need to get closer. Hold on. Get closer. That's the Christmas present that keeps on giving, if I'm honest. So I'm all into that. Right, hold on. Let me fit this back to the screen. Okay, alright, that's better. Sorry about that. I just wanted to pick over him, Ron. He's a good boy. He's the goodest boy. Oh, right. Like, so love them. Oh, wait, look at this one. Are they all meant to be cute? Oh, yeah, they're all meant to be cute. Look at this one. Look at his little face. Hold on, let's get in on this guy. Oh, Battlechode. Thanks for donating 15 quid to the show. It doesn't pop up on the thing because I've got on the different thing. Thanks, bud. Thanks so much. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Battlechode. To you and to all you ride upon. Merry Christmas. This one's also got a good face, I'd like to say. Gregorius Chant, thanks for resubscribing. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Stu Flynn. Yeah, they're cute, right? Okay. And the riders are pretty dynamic as well. I'm into this. I'm really into this. They look great. They look great, but they look too cute, so we're going to have a word about that. So I like the Slaanesh models. Oh my god, it's a cavalcade of derpy mounts! Look at this guy's face! This is the best Christmas ever. Okay, I'll take it seriously. Okay, sorry. I mean, they're semi-naked. They look great. They've obviously got like some cool armor. Look at that. The blade's wicked. You know, like very detailed, very Slaanesh-y. Actually, I really like the armor thigh plate here. Reminds me a lot of Chaos Warriors, Chaos Knights. They've got a very similar sort of like and Gorby's Chariots. They've got a similar piece there. See, I can be serious. Look at this guy. Look at this guy's tootsies. What's going on with this guy's toes? Little stirrups. They look great. Oh my god, I can't wait to see the other ones. Derpy number 2. Oh, it's the same ones. Okay, wait, does that mean we get... John's face is the best. Wait, hold on, let me go get it. I'm having a great time on my own, by the way. Wait, come on. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm really into that. I'm really into this guy. This guy's like... Concentrate. He's like, I love you. Concentrate, I love you. Concentrate, I love you. That's how every dog looks at their owner. Like that. They're like, pay attention. They're like, no. One of them was a fluffy tail. Holy shit. It does! He's got a fluffy tail. Are these guys barefoot too? They're in metal stirrups, but that's a good point. They might be. Yeah, they're barefoot. Look at that, but in metal stirrups. What's that guy doing shooting? No, he's just loading up, isn't he? Oh, I really like the arrows. Actually, look at those. They're peacock feathers. Incredibly ostentatious. Don't need that to happen, but that's super cool. Some peacock feathers, and they're all covered in those little gems. It's a super cool theme, like Arabian. Like if you go off the back of like Shalaxi Hellbane or any of the Keepers of Secrets, that kind of like, yeah, they've nailed this range. Like, arguably they've nailed this range other than this face, but like they're just the best. They're just so good. So big fan. Whew, it's like Persians from 300. Yes, it is. We shall fight them, and we proved they were not immortal. Screw 40k, I'm into Slaanesh now. I'm into these guys in a big way. Alright, so we've already seen Slangor in the new... Oh, yes. The Slangor fiendbloods value slaughter at any cost, fighting with frenzy, disregard of their own. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's pretty cool, eh? Let's have a little look at this guy. Look at this geezer. Nice, nice, nice. Weird, weird, weird claw. It's pretty weird. Is that... Yeah. You like? Okay, I like the faces. Stick some goggly eyes at them and boom. Listen, you stick goggly eyes on everything that needs Sigmar. We're ready. It looks good. It looks funky. Like, I'm not sure if I'm like... I don't know if I'm necessarily just into Slangor. If I'm being real myself. It is like the army of Xerxes from 300 Raise the Wolf. Yes, that's definitely what they've gone for, right? Or maybe that theme was already a theme before it got turned into a comic book. But it's so good. They look amazing. Yeah, baby. Okay, he looks better, but I'm still not really digging it. The claw, I guess I just want like a boss ass Minotaur anyway. Like, that's just me though, personal taste. Obviously, they're objectively brilliant. Like, they look great. I love the little gems and the artwork. I love the little gimp like thigh boots. Those are sexy. I love the little like I like the chainmail, but it's not chainmail. If anyone is better than me at like armor, this kind of in the sense like the circular. It's not still chainmail, is it? And it's not plate mail, so I don't know what that is, but that's definitely something I've seen in the past. Stapled coins. Is that genuinely what they're called? Scale mail. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. So that's called scale mail, is it? That's cool. That's nice. It's a nice different design we haven't seen before. I'd quite like to see like a dude like head-to-toe scale mail. That would look fun. I like how Slangor designed like the original Keeper of Secrets. Yeah, I get that. That's fun. And I like how like it really ties in with the rest of the demon range, right? Which is super exciting because Slaanesh now have like probably the first designed. So they've done the demons and they've done these guys, and they've clearly designed both. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, why didn't they put them out? Wow! Finally, we have a Blissbarb archers on foot. They're accompanied by Blissbrew homunculus, who cooks up especially toxic concoctions for the archers and dip their arrows in. Look at this lady. She is. Look, smart lady, not barefoot. Yeah, she's got those Romanesque sandals. I like this little skull thing that she's got going on here. Capturing some souls, probably, and then using it. Again, peacock feather arrows. It's pretty good. I'd love it if they hit on 5s. But they won't. They'll be like 3s, won't they? Because they're elves. They're not elves, are they? They're humans. Chaos humans. They look great. They look great. I love this weapon. I love that weapon. That looks awesome. Ooh, fuck yeah. Fuck. Oh, man, that is painted well. Fuck. Decent female face for once. Seriously though, these are going to be such a challenge to paint. Yeah, Dreadwoods, good point. Yeah, this is see, that's one of the things that instantly puts me off the army. I see it and I think that's gorgeous. I won't paint that because it's like you see this where it's gold and then black. That's just going to be gold in my world. Like, I'm never doing that. I wouldn't even know how to get that bit of paint that bit of boob armor at the back, or the bra. That's what they're called. But this model's stunning. Probably too nice for me to paint. That's genuinely a challenge, right? Merry Christmas, Dan, don't. Yeah, these are nice. These are super nice. But like Vince, when he's on later, will be like, oh, I fucking love these. And I'm like, yeah, I get it, because you can paint really well, but I don't. Like, this is great. That last model was outrageous. Barefoot, well, I'll accept it. Nice pose as well. Like, she's like sexy coming down the stairs. That's fucking funky as hell. I love the gladiator piece. The oversized medallion. That's fun. Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah, imagine needing like 60 of these. Yeah, I'm just not doing it. Tim's, yeah, the whole army looks intimidating to paint. Yeah, going to be there for years. Yeah, if you had to actually paint this army, you'd be like, this is going to take forever. There's so much detail though. Outrageous. They're amazing. They're so good. So good. I just, like you guys say, like it would be intimidating to paint. But like I would love to play against it, do you know what I mean? Merry Christmas, Chris! Get drunk as fuck! Right, so they're amazing. They just look great. Don't give a shit, like they're archers. There's still plenty more to come from the new battle tome. If you think we're teasing, you mentioned, but not showing any more just yet. That's the explanation one. Make sure to keep the update with all the latest information. Pint in Pain, Keynote Slaanesh, bring up newsletter. Okay, so pretty great. We got to see these models in detail. I mean, important point is for all the footboys out there. There we go. That's cool. That's a good start to the day. Oh, Merry Christmas. Hey, Ace Face, Merry Christmas, bud. Hi, Rogers, passing to wish you Merry Christmas. Hopefully that's catch up 2021. Would love that, buddy. You have a look after yourself. Merry Christmas, man. They're definitely the most deliberately sexualized human models Games Workshop have done in living memory. That's a great point, Inez. Like, that's a really, really good point. Check the box art. Okay, sorry. We'll go back. Excuse me. We're going back to the box art. What do we think of the box art? Is this something we do? Do we check the box art? I guess it's worth doing. Like, they spend time in it, don't they? I love how swole those ladies are. Hello. You pin me down any day. They look great. This is good, actually. This is all late. To be fair, you can't really, like, that's like, you present that to a late, that's a clear, this is only women in this shot, like, gift to the world, right? Intentionally so. Like, this is just women. There you go. As a box set. Oh, the book art. Okay. I'll go back to that. Can we just be happy it wasn't Marines? Yeah, we can. But, like, I mean, that's pretty good. That it's just, like, ladies on the front cover. That's a thing that people would like to see. The Hedonites book cover. Let's look at the art. Let's go. Yeah, man. What are we looking at? Well, there's the big palanquin in the back. It's the oft spoken about, like, war shrine / palanquin that we're expecting to see as a model that we have not yet seen. Right here in the art, as you can see. Look at that. That looks great, whatever that's going to be. Again, that model, which sounds and looks awesome, is going to be attached to those other models, which I'm never going to fucking paint. So I'm just ready for someone else to just do a great job on that. Yeah, there we go. Great cover art, reminiscent of old Adrian Smith pieces when he still did stuff at Games Workshop. They, let me just have a look at it again. I mean, I love the guy on the front. Like, they're so, like, they've gone for, like, a very, finesse. It's very detailed. It's very, like, it's not the, when you normally see Chaos, it's normally, like, big, bulky, like, do you know what I mean? Varangard, Archeon, and, like, the full plate armor. And this is, like, this has got very pointed, cute elements. Cute is what I would describe those ladies as, before they stab me in the heart. You look cute. Stab. Oh, dear. Get hype. Okay, let's get hype. You guys can be hype. I'm hype. I'll be hype for it. Yeah, Horny Beast. Cute. Yeah, man. So current book for Slaanesh is also called Hedonites. So is this a new faction book, expansion with Immortals, or a new book for both Demons and Mortals, says Grenaldi. I would assume that it's both. Or it's just another Hedonites book. It's a very weird thing. Normally, it's super weird that they've got both, but whatever. Maybe there was a problem in production. Maybe they decided to split the book up in two. We don't know. And to be honest, we haven't got like a version of this that they've done. So could be both. Could be just the mortal stuff. It would be weird. Maybe they've because the other Slaanesh book caused such a kerfuffle. They decided to redesign it, but the lead time on the models would have happened way before that decision occurred. So, Razor Wolf thinks it's new for both. I think that's fair. I guess I like the model, says Bit Rider, but I just don't understand how they keep teasing new models, but can't keep in stock their current range or get out the models they have already teased. Cough, Death Guard cough. Explain to me, Sir Rob, or am I just being a neckbeard boomer? Bit Rider, you're right, man. There might be like a crash at some point for them. They're having a tough time. They can't keep stocking already. They understock retailers. Like, everyone's having a hard time getting content off them. And because everyone wants stuff off them. And then they've got like trade restrictions potentially occurring, and obviously everything to do with COVID. So they're in this real tight spot. We've already seen that they're changing to a 2-week schedule, which is huge for them because psychologically they definitely want people checking every week what the new release is. So they wouldn't do that if they weren't fucked. So I don't know, but they also have to keep advertising. Like, everyone expects something new from Games Workshop. Like, they've trained everyone for that FOMO, that fear of missing out. Like, that's their business model. They're like, check in every week. There's something new. We're pushing something new on you. There's something new. They're like constantly grinding it out. So like they have to keep that up as well. So maybe there'll be a point where everything just, or maybe they'll just try and glide through it. I don't know, to be honest. But we'll see. Heat Nights 2, The Electric Boogaloo, Merry Christmas 4 tracks. Video for it is launched on the Games Workshop YouTube. Ooh. Okay, I'll check that out later. Okay, well, I guess I can watch it. Let's go watch it. Hold on. 1 second, everyone. Don't look at what my suggestions in the side. Right, hold on. Let's just... fit to screen. Okay, let's have a look at this video, shall we? Let's go back. I won't be able to hear it, and you guys won't be able to hear it. Ooh. Oh, it's never mind. I don't give a shit about these models. Oh wow, that looks cool. Not the models. It's not that I don't give a shit about the models. I don't give a shit about like these sorts of videos. I only like the narrative ones. This is just me showing models. And it's like whatever. So is this Lilith? There you go. Yeah. I hate these. Like, so right now, like, this is... Let me tell you why I hate them. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. Merry Christmas, everyone, by the way. It's just, like, give me some story. Yeah? Like, give me some story. Like, tell me... Like, it's cool. Like, I don't know... Like, Lilith, I know she's a character. I don't know loads about her. And I know less from this video than I knew before. So I knew she was getting a new model. And now you're asking me, a consumer, who's lazy... to go and find out what she's about. Fucking out of your mind. Yeah? You're out of your mind. Yeah? Throw me a freaking bone here. Thanks, Hawkeye. Merry Christmas, bud. Yeah. Born Again Man-Child. That's why I love the Silent King release videos. The narrative was really evocative. Yes. Just make a fucking narrative video. That's what all I want. The Gits reveal video was ace. Tim's wheelbarrow, you're obviously a genius. You're obviously correct. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they just present them badly. Like, this is only ever going to appeal to people who already want models, which is fine, but I want them less because I haven't had a story. Like, that's what I'm going to say. So, whatever. Rob, you're on fire today. Thank you so much. It's my brand new shirt, everyone. And I would just like to shout out Anaya for giving me this shirt. Anaya is my friend Das's daughter. The Dreadwoods, thanks for donating £5.69 to the show. Oh, it gets us to 69p at the end. Hilarious. Thanks. Yeah, so my new shirt comes from my friend Das's daughter Anaya. She packed it for me, opened it this morning, and it's probably the happiest I've ever been. She's a little angel, and I got a shirt off her, and I'm super happy. So, Merry Christmas to her. Merry Christmas to Anaya. So, yeah, that's it. Okay. Woo, that's a fast start to the morning. Not that I was expecting anything. I was just going to Merry Christmas, everyone, and slowly wind into the day. We did 10 hours yesterday on the Christmas Hangout, which was super fun. And I'm hoping we do just as long today, to be honest. That would be super sweet. So, yeah, like, that was arguably too much. Whew. Don't forget the Admech ones where it's just Guitari just nagging units until he gets what he wants. Merry Christmas, Paul McLeod. I hope you're well. Much love to you and the team and all your efforts this year. Spread luck, joy, and love. Merry Christmas to you, Paul. Big love. But yeah, can we just take a moment to appreciate the shirt? Look at this. A cord black shirt. I've wanted this basically my whole life. And if you guys would like to hear, 4 tracks, thanks for donating £10.69. That's fucking really nice of you. Merry Christmas. Does anyone want to hear a bit of a Christmas miracle story that happened to me yesterday? Because maybe thank you so much. Major Sockbert, thanks for donating £22.49p. That's super lovely of you. Also, oh man, you guys are super lovely. Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas to you all. And to you all, a Christmas tale I shall tell thee. So we streamed yesterday for about 10 hours, which I loved. It was super fun. We hung out with loads of cool guests. Hopefully we're going to do the same again today. Right? It was all lovely. I made myself a pack up, so I've made myself some food beforehand, and I've got a little microwave, and microwaved it up, had some gravy, lovely time, going to do the same today. It was all great. But when I was going home last night, I was like, do you know what? I'm feeling quite hungry. Hawkeye, thanks for donating £5. Merry Christmas to you, DJ Batman. Merry Christmas. Anyway, so I was walking home, yeah, it was quite cold, but I'd had a good day at work. Like, we'd done the stream, I'd been hanging out, painting some dudes, I got some jam. I was like, what a great day. Couldn't ask for much more. I was like, I'm going to get to do the same again tomorrow. Life is good. And then, as I walk up the street, deserted, obviously, because of lockdown and it being Christmas Day, and it's in the middle of the city, I walk up the top of the road, and there's a car there, and I was like, is that Das? And Das is a guy that, so the bar that I'd always DJ at, Bar 11, Das is the guy that runs it and owns it. Super lovely guy, yeah? He's Asian, and he's also a Muslim, which is important to the story, because, of course, Tank, thanks, man, for donating £20 to the fund as well. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. It's important that I point that out. Merry Christmas, Tank. Thanks so much, man. And Lardair, thanks for resubscribing. It's important I tell that bit of the story because obviously me and Das always used to spend Christmas Eve together at the bar. So what would happen is normally all the people who worked at the bar were students or like whatever. So they would always go home for Christmas Eve. So Das would always open up the bar on Christmas Eve because he's Muslim, so he didn't give a shit about Christmas. And then I would always work the bar with him and we'd hang out. We'd dress up as Santa. We'd have a great time. He's just one of the nicest dudes of all time, right? He's just a super lovely bloke. Just end of conversation. And as I walk up the street, I was like, Das, what the fuck are you doing here? I was like, you in the bar late at night? He's like, no. And then he turns around with a box and in it is some Christmas presents from his daughter, including this beautiful shirt, and a curry that he'd brought me. Yeah? A Christmas curry at 11:30 at night. And I was the happiest man in the land. And we had a cuddle, and I went up to my flat, and I cried while I was eating my curry, because I had a lovely Christmas curry for Christmas, and I got a brand new shirt. So that's my Christmas story of joy and miracle that I had yesterday. And yeah, I know it's me talking about getting a shirt, but it's a fucking great day. I'm just going to tell you. Christmas curry is the new tradition. And that's what I shall do every Christmas Eve for the rest of my life. So if we could all raise a glass to Das, please. Who, even though he doesn't celebrate Christmas, made my Christmas a great day. So what a lovely man. To Das. Lovely fella. So I want to thank him. Yeah, I know, right? What a great story. What a great story. So, whew. But the secret is the curry was too hot for me and I nearly cried. Anyway. Right, everyone, Merry Christmas. What are you all up to today? How warmed my heart. Good, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, Joe Cryer, stop yourself. Oh, wow. Oh, we did the fund. Joe Cryer, thanks so much, man. 20 quid, 21 pounds, we did it. Oh, Merry Christmas. Ding, ding. What that means is, if anyone's interested, is on the Honest Wargamer now. If you're a Patreon, we'll be giving away a 3D printed model every month, and if you're a Twitch subscriber, we're going to be giving a 3D printed model out to a Twitch subscriber. So we're going to be giving out a model to anyone who subscribes on Twitch once a month, and a model to anyone who subscribes on Patreon once a month, and we're going to do it with terrain. So, Merry Christmas. Thanks, Joe, for helping us get that, and everyone who's helped us get that. Boom. Perfect. I can't wait to do that. Like, send people little like models. I'm like, oh, here's your model. They're like, oh, thanks so much. And then also the other secret thing is now we can get Nathan Prescott designed as a model, and then we can send that out to people. A Nathan Prescott model as an ogre or something. Yeah, fuck you, YouTube subscribers. No, but also yeah, because it's free to subscribe to YouTube. So. Oh no, I don't clap loud because this is a TV clap. So then I don't do the microphone. You can't like. Sounds terrible. Anyway, Merry Christmas. What are you all up to? What are you all drinking? Fishy's cooking Christmas dinner. Can we get Nathan as one of those Antarctic gargants he's big on? Yeah, we can. Dan the Khan. First one with my parents and siblings, but we video called. My brother and missus are waiting on their kids to be born, so all my family are up there. Lovely. Lovely. I hope you have a great day. Will we be able to buy an army of Nath models, Mr. Tiga? That's my goal. That's obviously my goal. Mainly because Nathan would hate that being a thing. So I want that. I imagine a cast of... Why wouldn't you want like a Nathan and a James getting like sexually dominated by Dayton? Like, you know, a Tom Layton whose like speed is like probably like 28 inches on any game. Doesn't matter what. Just like super fast. I figure if I don't sleep, preparing for the hangover, says Razor Wolf, I figure if I don't sleep, it won't hit. Oh my god. Tank, finish off with my KO, painting with a few beers while eating chai. Tank, you're super into Rage of Sigmar, man. I'm so up for this. I can't wait for you to come to the arena and play some games. Nathan should be reimagined as a grot boss. Agreed. The hooded villain. In Finland, we have a main celebrations on the 24th, says Lord Wynn. Oh, really? So today, I'm just trying to survive and digest all the food from yesterday. Congratulations, Lord Wynn. Merry next day? How do I say Merry Christmas in Finnish, Lord Wynn? I would like to try, but it won't be good. Hey, W. Soren. I'm just wondering how much the new Sisters Drukhari box is going to be, and thinking that should be about the same as the Blood Angels Patrol box, lol. Isn't it going to be like 120? Because you're in Texas, right? So I don't know how much boxes there are roughly, but I would think like 110 English, like 115 English. And Nathan as a Gobapalooza. Yeah, okay, Albany Aldriel. I'm into that. Rob, can we have it down and supervised as a sexy Slangor? Afraid of monkeys we can. And I think we should also get him as... We probably should at least try and do heads. Like, sculpted heads, so people can just put them on whatever models that they want. Which I think would be fine. Tough years. I'm working on Rotkin and the Warcry Catacombs. Nice. Congratulations. Merry Christmas. Good. Alright, well, okay. I'm going to see if I can get some guests on. Because we started this off quite nicely. It's been a great start. So I think our man... well, let me just double check. Anyone? Okay, so I've got a little crew of people. I'm just going to see who's in, but I've tried not to harass anybody. Oh, Stu Flynn, thanks for joining Patreon, man. Oh, that's fucking great of you. You guys should have your heads put into 28mm miniature so people can convert models versions of you all. Captain Brian Blood, I think that would be a great little plan. To do in 2020, so I think that's going to be... Luckily, there's some designers who work just downstairs in my studio, so I'm going to go there. Today is the day you need to get Vince on to talk about Slaanesh models. He's coming on later, so I promise you, live, uninterrupted, is Vince Venturella. I still said that name wrong, and he'll be on the show to talk all about Slaanesh, which is what a lot of people are excited about. Is anyone excited about the new Drukhari? Colonel Cabbage would be if he was here, but... Bring me the head of Rob. I want Vince on. I know everyone wants Vince on. They really just want Vince to do his own show so they can go watch that. But we'll have him on the show. Looking forward to converting genies and flying carpets for new Slaanesh army. Oh yeah! You definitely could do that. Go like really, really Aladdin on it. That would be sweet. Frank Storm, Merry Christmas to you. The darkest countries probably can't wait to celebrate. We also have 13 troll Santas, the Jewel Lads, and a child eating cat that eats you if you don't have new clothes for Christmas, so it's pretty grim dark. What the fuck did I just read? So in Iceland... Chris Stuflid, for a Christmas gift to myself, I decided to give money to a sex work every month, so that in mind, I joined Rod's Patreon. For God's sakes. Helga Mars just said, so in Iceland, let's get this right, the darkest countries probably can't wait to celebrate, right? So we also have 13 troll Santas, the Jewel Lads, right? And a child-eating cat that eats you if you don't have new clothes for Christmas. What the fuck did I just read? That's mad. It's two new... El Gustler, Merry Christmas to you. Hope you're well. Seems legit. I'm not sure that's legit, if I'm honest. God, our traditions are boring. I want Iceland level holidays. I know, right? That's so much better. Oh my god. Right. Okay. Well, I'm just going to get on while I'm waiting for some guests to turn up. If no guests turn up, it's just going to be me talking. So I feel like the beginning of the show, which has been quite electric, I can't keep that pace up for 8 hours. That's just not like a human pace. So I'm just going to Christmas it down, drink my cup of tea, and talk to you guys about whatever you like to. Can we print Dan as a Lumineth? How about, I think probably the best plan is to do 3D printed heads of the whole crew, and then you can buy a 3D print head, and then people can buy them and then stick them on whatever models they want, and then they can be like, this is Liberator Dan, this is Lumineth Dan. I think that works. Asrank, hello. New Lumineth is pretty thick. Is pretty thick, absolutely. 50 pack of Nathan heads, please. The Dan under a boot of my dispossessed. Yes, there you go. You can put a slain Dan, different size heads, like on a Mega Gargant. I think you probably could, like, because it's just 3D printer, right? So you can just scale it up. So if you wanted a Mega Gargant sized head, you just order a Mega. Like, if you have the design, you just make it little or big. Should be easy. Hey, Plymouth Troll Slayer. Merry Christmas to you. Davams, congratulations for subscribing. Thank you so very much, Davadams. Thanks for joining us. You and the guys could all be Mega Gargants. We are failures, so that works for me. That works out really well. Holy fuck, a Mega Gargant Nathan head. You do know it's just a bald fella with a beard is a Nathan Prescott face. Yeah. I don't know why you're all so excited. Personally, I want a fit Nick. What jams today? Would everyone like me to eat one of the Christmas jams? That could be what I do, Adam. But you're welcome to come back on, Adam, if you're free and you want to hang. So yesterday, if you didn't join me, I got a variety of jams sent in the post. So I got jasmine, apple, and green tea. Yeah. Papaya, strawberry, black pepper, and tarragon. Cranberries, pineapple, papaya, and mango. And Serval oranges and black beer. We also got carrot, which people made me try, which was not fun. Nate's Miniatures, Merry Christmas to you. Horny Beast, I won a tournament with a Mega Gargant. They just need some love. It was only 5 people playing, though. People want me to try Born Again Child. All right, I'm not going to do a quiz today. I'm just going to try the papaya. That's what I'm going to do. So cranberries, pineapple, mango, and papaya. Okay, I'll try the black beer one as well. Where's the black beer one? Okay. Pineapple, papaya, and mango. Okay. Fear factor, quite high. Like I want to see. This is what it is. Look at that. So here we go. Oh, God. Oh, wow, that's really nice. That is a lot better than carrot. Pineapple, mango, papaya. Fair trade sugar. No artificial nothing. Handmade in Devon. Oh, my God. Is it great? This is pineapple, papaya, and mango. I'm really into this. Oh, that's great. That's fucking delicious. Yeah. That one. 10 out of 10 jams. That gets. You have me a mango. Oh my God. Okay, next one is Serval oranges and black beer. Whew. Black beer, so I think like a stout. It's a bit moist. Okay, alright. Okay. Oh wow. There's such a mixture of flavours. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a particularly good cook either, so you know when you're like I couldn't do like a taste test. I can't give you like a review. I'm like, okay. It's quite nice actually. But then it's not afterwards. Not into that. That one's out of here. Oh, it's not the one. Right. Oh dear. Okay. So I'm going to start one of my chat games today, which is where I'm going to talk to the chat about loads of things. Merry Christmas, intern Matt. Merry Christmas, intern Matt. Where I'm just going to ask you all on this Christmas if you could start one army. You start one army today on Christmas. Start one new army. I would like to know which army and why. Money's no object. You don't have to even paint it yourself if you don't want to. Someone else can do it for you. One army and why is what I'd like to hear from the Twitch chat. And what's going on with you guys. Because I just want to hear it, basically. You need to include why as well, because for some context, for conversation. Otherwise I won't know what to do with myself. So many places in Nordic, Scandinavia regions I'd love to go to. Yeah, me too, DJ. But hopefully when everything's sorted, any of the ones I have in the boxes around my room, I might just start today. D-Meep coming in hard with the truth early on. JBM, change host because my mum got me 2 Stark Collector boxes today. JBM, congratulations to your mum. Can we shout out your mum and say big love to you? I want... Just because Mega Gargants, because you said I don't have to paint it. Fair enough. A Tiger King army led by a custom Nathan model, says Nathan's OnlyFans, because I'll never financially recover from it. Every time you leave an objective, you can be like, I'm never going to financially recover from leaving this objective every time. I too want a Tiger King army now. Tom Whitbrook, someone else painting it is definitely those new Slaanesh. Yes, agreed, because I'm never painting those. We all agree. I would start a new Beast of Chaos army to have more choices for my Slaanesh forces. W. Soren. That's cool. That's cool. I've thought about that quite a lot. Doing a Beast of Chaos army to integrate in with what you already have for Chaos is so good because they can plug and play into any army. Like, you kind of want to do, I don't know, 80 Marauders, 15 Knights, 20 Warriors of Chaos, a War Shrine, Sorcerer, and some characters. And then that's plug and play into any army. And then you want to do, Gore, Bester Gore, and, Spray Shamans and Doom Balls and stuff. And that's a core that you can keep slopping into other armies as well, which is quite fun. So I'm really into it on that. Lumineth, I bought the box when it was released and only done a few models, but I'm going to get them to learn to play OS. Gabawaki, yeah, get into it, bud. Lumineth also great models. They're cool on the tabletop. They play well. Pure Molder Skaven, says Ange, just because it's my next project, but I like the hypothetical unlimited funds you're offering. Pure Molder Skaven. Okay, good luck. Good luck. I want a Hulk Hogan Astra Militarum army. We all do. We all didn't know we wanted that until 3 days ago, and now, A Fear of Monkeys, Vampire Hunters, Order of Azir, because who doesn't want to play as Van Helsing? That would be fun. Loads of Vampire Hunters would be fun, especially if the rumoured Vampires release turns out to be a dual box, or it gives rise to, now there are vampires, you get to make a Vampire Hunter faction. That would be sweet as. It really would. Uruks for AOS because I don't have a Destruction army. Nice. Legion of Gash before the new book came in and all models go to Legend. Grenadier, I don't know if they will. Some will. Some will, but some won't. I'd like to see them keep the Coven Throne because I just think that's a beautiful model and incorporate that in as well. Feudal Japanese style Lumineth, as who doesn't love a samurai style army? Well, Davadams, if you go onto Titanforge, they have a beautiful Draconian army, which is feudal Japanese but mystical. And they've even got some dragon cavalry. You could 100% order those, and you could end up with a feudal style Japanese army, unless you wanted to do specifically just convert those models. A functioning Sylvaneth army. Merry Christmas to you, Halalex. I'm with you, bro. I understand that pain. I understand it right here. Yeah, in my roots and in my feet. So yeah, I get you. I have everything I need for a Molder Force, says Helgamar. Do you? That's wild. I would like to see them redesign the Skaven Molder faction, but I would like to see them redesign the whole Skaven range, which is a lot of models. Gorkamorka, I'm building 1,000 points for Iron Jaws to add to my 2,000 points of Bone Splitters for a big war. Yep, nice. I love that. Mr. Tiga, maybe Beast of Chaos or Gits because they have the only armies not represented in my gaming club. See, that's also a nice thing to do as well. Like, you know, like if you're in a little gaming club with your friends, whatever. Oh, John Thompson, thanks for donating 20 quid to the show. Merry Christmas to you, John Thompson. I don't know if you're on base or wherever, but I hope you're super well. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you so much. That jam's repeating on me. I'm not sure which one, but definitely a jam. I would love a K army converted up to look like grots that have hijacked the fleet and gear. I love K army, but converted. I'm sure someone's done that, Battle Chode. Have they not? I think I've seen something like that. Sorry, just to go back to Mr. Tiga's point, I think there's a really valuable point in there. Like, if you're in a gaming community or hub, finding out what everyone else doesn't have, and then getting the other army so people have options to play. And you can always just army swap, like, oh, let me play with your Iron Jaws, you can play with my KO, or whatever the situation is really, really good and healthy. That's what, like, many moons ago, I had a Dispossessed force as well, loved them. But I gave my Dispossessed to Nathan, because I was like, well, he had an old dwarf army as well. But I was like, you might as well just have all of mine. So, like, I gave him all my Hammerers and Iron Drakes and stuff. So now he's got a really sizable Dispossessed force, like, and then I just did a different army instead. That made sense to me. An infantry Harlequins army because I have the commission painted to suffer for my pleasures. It's made to suffer. Yeah, if I had infinite money, yeah, I would like to do a Gretchen army where each one is detailed like a Harlequin. I want infinite money, and that's my army I want. I want it to be ludicrous. That's the problem with the people around who have loads and loads of money, is they're really not pushing themselves. They're not pushing those commission painters. They're like, right, I need 300 grots for this Ogre Moor Tribes army. I need 300 grots, but I want them painted, each one like a character level. Go. Chris CB says Titanforge have free Xmas minis for printing on their Patreon at the minute. They seem like a super great company. If anyone wants to go over and see what those guys are up to. Who's your first guest today, Sean? So, my first guest today is unknown. I know that Vince is joining me later. I know that Owen says he's going to come back later on. Owen said he's going to come on. I think the guys, Jacob and Joe, and those guys said that they might call in later at some point. But everyone's just taking their time. I'm like, people are going to turn up when they want to turn up. That's the whole point of that open house, right? It's just to hang. If you guys are cool with that, like, it might not be the most exhilarating thing out there. Maybe other people out there are doing some fun stuff, but I'm just going to paint, which I'm painting up these boys, if anyone's interested. And just do some hanging out. I think I could do that all day. That's cool with me. Are there any new models in the box set, or is it just a deal, basically? Yeah, Alpha Mac Urane's boy, they're all new models, right? Or, no, wait. No, just the characters' new models. I use my Covenant to convert my black coach and to have it raised up enough for it to fly over most infantry, lol. That sounds really fun. That sounds really good. How about a Mega Gargant army so you can sculpt on pants with green stuff and have an Undergargant army? Nice. That would work. How much is too much for an army? That's a great question, actually. That's one of the conversations I've been having. Merry Christmas, Speckles! Xmas Day challenge for you, Rob. Triple black coach list. I own 3. So I saw today that my good friend Speckles, for Christmas, he got a black coach off his mum and then a black coach off his sister, who didn't talk to each other. They clearly weren't going on the what is the optimum Nighthaunt build Christmas wishlist website, so as to make sure that they didn't accidentally get him 2 of the incredibly rubbish black coaches. Yeah, but it is a sick model. Born Again Bad Child. That's what I said to him. I was like, just play 3 black coaches. Who gives a shit if they're not good? Like, they're insane. I would say, Speckles, you should convert a couple of them. Like, well, you've got 1. You should convert the other 2 in some way. Like, add some bits or stick him on a Coven throne. That's right. Idiot Knight, you can race them, Speckles. If you thought about racing them, shush, they were here. It's shit. But it doesn't look shit. And also, think about look what happened with the turtle. Like, I would say Black Coach, probably the most standout model in Age of Sigmar now. I would say it maybe used to be the turtle was the most standout model that we would never see on the tabletop. Black Coach has now got to have moved to number 1. If anyone can think of another model that is as stunning as the Black Coach, which has never seen top level play, or even any level play, I can't think of a model that I would prefer to get like some crazy good new rules. Gargants, okay, but some people don't agree with me on the Gargant, so like fuck me, right? That's fine. Trog Hag, also agree with the Trog Hag. That's good. Alariel, also agree about that. Major Sock, but the new Slaanesh Blissbarb archers are 18-inch range, 2 attacks, force 4s, -1 rend, 1 damage, mortal wounds of 6s. 2 attacks each is really good. Thanks, Major Sockbert. That's decent. Okay, Alariel. Okay, do you all think Alariel over the Black Coach? You only have one Alariel in your army. But, come on. Would 3+ Ethereal for our characters be too much? Listen, I'm with you guys. I want Alariel to be busted. I want him to have a 3-up. I want him to have a 3-up Ethereal save. I want it to heal 2d6 every hero phase. I want it to be nuts. I want people to like cry about how good Alariel is. So I want it to be like mortal wound protection, like 3-up mortal wound save. I want it to be like outrageous, you know. So Black Coach is the anti-marauders, Tim. I would love to understand how they're the anti-marauders. Oh wait, no, I get it. Because marauders look shit, but you see them all the time. I get it. You're 100% correct. Whereas the Black Coach looks great and you never see it. Oh man, Gorkamorka, thanks for donating 37 quid to the show and the fund. Oh man, that's fucking super lovely of you. Big war to you. Oh man, that's super lovely. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Gorkamorka. I hope you're having a really great day, and I hope you get those orcs done. That's really nice of you. Oh, I meant for Nighthaunt. Sorry, Grimdad. We're on the same page. Damn Marauders in their orange shirts. Okay, I didn't mean Marauders the team. Although they are really good at gaming. Just saying that. Just say the Marauders are really good at Marauders the club. Marauders Club, one of the Super Series teams and also a gaming club here in the UK. Great group of guys. Big fan of all of them. Even Tom, who I know thinks I'm a prick. But I think Tom is a brilliant gamer, and I love seeing him play and seeing the list he comes out with. So hopefully I'll mend that bridge this year. Hey, Big Goldfish. Sprouts are done now. Have a great time. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you. So wait, I need to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll in the chat now because you guys have upset me a little bit. So manage poll. Right. So new poll. It's which needs great new rules more. Okay, is the poll. That's what we're going to do. Which needs great new rules more. Okay. So it's Alariel. If I spell it wrong, don't at me. I've definitely spelled that wrong. Whatever. Or the Black Coach. I'm going to vote for Black Coach. I'm not actually going to vote. Oh, hold on. Black Coach. I'll put the Trog Hag in there as well because... No, I'm not going to put the Trog Hag in. I'm just going those two. Start the poll. That's what we're doing. Those are the two options. Twitch chat. That's all you're allowed. So it's in the chat now. So you guys should be able to vote on it. Yeah. Hey, Math Mallow. What up? What did he say? Merry Christmas, just got a skink starter box and 10 community skinks. Yes! Merry Christmas, Math Mallow. That's a great box. That's such a good box. Yeah, that's rad. Grim Dan, I hope everyone has a great Christmas. You too, Grim Dan, I hope you do. My missus got me a sub to White Dwarf, but nothing turned up in time, so she drew a picture of it and wrapped it up. That's nice of her. That's nice. That's a great Christmas present as well. A subscription to White Dwarf. Spider Riders. Oh, Tank, baby. Listen, Tank, I want to see the Spider Riders on the table, man. And I've got a Spider Rider army, so once you get yours done, I'll get mine done. We'll at least have an equal match where we'll have we'll have a Spider Fang game. Can Croak be in the poll? Croak could just be in the bin. Can you see the new Palanquin model on the Slaanesh Battletome cover? Captain Brian Blood, I've seen it, babe. I've seen it. Don't worry. We'll have Mr. Slaanesh himself, Vince Venturella, on later. He can wax lyrical. I'll just paint. And he can just say, listen, Rob, the thing is, yeah, here's the thing. That's how he'll start. He'll go, here's the thing. And I go, yes. And he'll be like, then he'll make, let me give you a quick 101 into how to argue like Vince. Start with, here's the thing. Yeah? No. First, before you do that, you compliment the co-commentator. So you say something like, listen, I absolutely agree with everything you've just said and you're correct. Do that first, so you get them on side. Great start. Then, this is a breakdown of how Vince does it. Then you go, here's the thing. Right? Great, I want to hear it. Then, objectively, full subjective statement. Right? Initial, he's like, let's just say rolling dice is for chumps. Yeah? No, he'll say, rolling dice is for chumps. You're obviously an idiot. Yeah? Don't ever talk to me about that again. Right? There. Like, he just puts that in and he goes, and that's his, like, prefix. Upon which he builds, yeah, a house of cards. Yeah? And he's a maniacal man, is what I'll say. He's a loon. But I do love him to pieces. That's how he does it. So watch out for that later. Yeah? Insane statement, house of cards. So if Vince V is wrong and Destruction smashed away into a Zir, we get a Sigmar model. I don't think we'll ever get a Sigmar model. Would we? No, you won't get a Sigmar. Would we? Got a Lariel. And Sigmar's not like the Emperor. Like, Sigmar doesn't, like, crush. He's as fallible as everyone else. He should be only like a Lariel Nagash level power. So you should be able to have a Sigmar model. Right? Exactly. Yeah. Listen, capital letters at me all the time. And you make a good point. You get a Nagash. Fair enough. It'd be like an average. But he's not any more powerful than Nagash. He can't defeat Nagash. Can he? I don't think so. Did he defeat Gorka Morka? I don't think so. Gorka Morka, I know you're in the chat. So, obviously he didn't defeat you. Sigmar isn't like Khorne or Slaanesh, so it's very possible. We got Techless, why not Sigmar? That's actually a really good argument. I would agree with you on that. Let's see how this poll is doing. Let's just view the results so far. Only 100 people in the chat, and so far we've had 438 votes for the Black Coach. There are 1,000 votes for this. I wasn't defeated, I merely hid from the big hammer boy. Thanks, Gorkamok, I appreciate that. Nagash is the best and arguably more powerful than Sigmar because he is death himself. That's a good point. Count all the votes. Count all the I've had to recount so far. You're all right. You're all right. I should have probably thought of that. I should have thought about that thing. Sorry, I lost. I'm going to take a revel, Christmas revel, into my gob, and carry on with my day. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to stress about making sure it's 100% entertaining all the time. I'm going to eat a revel and talk to you guys. This vote looks very similar to one that happened this year. 55-45. A lot of votes. What is good news, no matter how the vote goes, is more than likely, it's going to be which flavour of revel is the best. Next poll. Wait, coffee are the worst revels. If no one knows what a revel is, I think they have these in America, but they might not. So Revel is you have one of 6 types of chocolate: orange, raisin, coffee, chocolate, toffee, or Malteser. But you never know which one's going to be which. But coffee is not the best one. Yeah, no, the coffee is the worst one by a long way, and you're all mental. Yeah, let me do a Vince on this. Here's the thing. Coffee ones are disgusting and everyone agrees. And because of that, let's talk about the other 5 that we love. Yeah? Orange is the worst. What? No. No way. Coffee is the best. No, it's not the best one. Okay. Holy shit, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, Darker Design. Big love to you. Anyway, those are my revels. And I'm a revel. Wait, when does this... I'm going to end the poll. Here we go. The poll has ended. Congratulations. Ang donated 49,000 channel points for this vote. Let's get that vote breakdown, shall we? There were 376 votes cast for Lariel, which was 72,000 channel points. Battle Chode really wanted a Lariel. Math Mallow followed up. JBM and DJ Batman all putting in some big votes for Lariel. So really, you need to thank there. But the Black Coach winning was all thanks to Ange. Ange dropped in with 49,000 channel votes, and Speckles came in second there, and Born Again Manchild. A lot of people pushing for the Black Coach vote. So well done there. We've whipped up a storm. It's so cool you get like the stats breakdown and who did what. What do you say? Dreadwoods, Deadwoods, thanks for subscribing, baby. Deadwoods, if Dreadwoods is in here, you guys should say hi to each other, because I always accidentally confuse you two in the chat. So there's a Deadwoods and there's a Dreadwoods in the chat if you guys get the chance to see each other. Alright. Oh. Damn, itchy trigger finger. Ange, I do own 2 black coaches, so I might have been biased. Have you painted them, Ange? Because I would love a black coat. I would love a Nighthorn army, and the black coach would be the first model. I don't know, how do you guys buy armies? Because it's like, normally it's like something that like takes my fancy. Like, I'm like, that's the thing that's super cool about that army, so that's what I want to get into, and then I build my list around it. Like, I don't want to collect Nighthorn. I want to have some black coaches, and then build the list around that. Is how my brain works. That's how I would want to do it. So, James Powell in the chat. Oh, nice. Merry Christmas to you. He went from McDonald's as a breakfast tradition. That's fucking weird, James. Right, not to call you out, Merry Christmas, but that's not okay. I buy what you say is rubbish at the Honest War Game. You spent 49,000 hydration points on that. You wasted making Rob hydrating 49 times. I'm going to hydrate right now. I always start a new army around a Christmas battle force. That's cool. I mean, massive savings there. That's a good way to go about it. I hadn't thought about that. I always like pick a thing and then build stuff around that, I think. Sometimes it's a rule, though. Sometimes it's not a model. Sometimes it's a rule. I like that rule. Question. Says Kelbar. Don't worry, I got this. Put my serious hat on for Christmas. Did I say Merry Christmas, General, by the way? And I've got my new Christmas shirt on. Merry Christmas. Where do you think Broken Realms 2 will go? Personally, a rebirth of Living Croak would be a fun narrative event. Wow. Wow, that would be cool. Where do I think it will go? So we've had Marath. So some of these story arcs have been set up for a while. So Marathi, Rising to Godhood, obviously has been a big one. The Idoneth obviously were in that as well, so I don't think they're going to reapproach those. Lumineth are too new, so I don't think that's going to be a part of the story. So I feel like, and I think they're all going to be focused on or pushing around some Cities of Sigmar stuff. I feel like the next one could potentially have some destruction in it, some gits. I think would make loads of sense. I think like because they've involved chaos, so like I think either gits or death are probably the two most likely. Catacross basically got his own story very recently in the Wrath of the Everchosen, right? He was the guy responsible for attacking the All Points. So he's super cool. But do I think it'll be Catacross and Lady Alinda and all those guys are in there as well? So no, I could feel like it could be Flesh Eater Courts. I feel that there's some real possibility with Flesh Eater Courts, and I feel there's some real possibility with Destruction as well. So like Gits would be, or more tribes. I think either of those makes lots of sense for me. That would make loads of sense. 40 Chain Rasps, some Glaive Wraiths, and a White King or 2 random undeads. I also own like skeletons. Wait, what's Alpha saying? I only have basic stuff. 40 Chain Rasps, some Glaive Wraiths. Just at the minute we have no idea what's happening with Nighthaunt, but Nighthaunt could be one that's like very viable to having a Broken Realms. So obviously we're talking about Alarielle as well, but I don't think they'll necessarily do Order straight away. Or if they did do Order, then they need something to go against. It could be Uruks and Alarielle, like battling it out. That could be really fun. Nathan fans, it would be good to have an army building show with various budgets. Like, in what way? I could do that. That sounds really fun. I just, like... Okay, I could do that. That makes sense. I'll work it out. The latest story had Godrak pulling together Uruks and Ogres. Nice, Pete. So yeah, Pete on the tip there. So I think that's what I think we'll see. I think they'll push into Destruction and they'll leave Chaos on, and then they'll come back to Chaos. They've got some Chaos stuff to unleash, I think. Got a phone call. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? For Christmas? Hello, Merry Christmas. 1 second. Let me just get you in the chat so everyone can see you. Welcome to the Christmas party, James. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Who's that behind you?
That's Bob.
Who's Bob?
That's my dad's punch bag. Look at him.
Oh, nice.
You see?
All right, okay. He's taller than you.
Isn't everyone?
Carmageddon, thank you for subscribing. Merry Christmas. Big love. Hi, Bob and James. James, welcome to the show. Merry Christmas. How's your Christmas gone so far?
Yeah, all right. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, what you been up to?
What have I done? Had McDonald's breakfast.
Weird.
Tradition.
Why is that a tradition?
So I used to... Oh, hello. I used to always drink on Christmas Eve for like years, and then have to pick up my nans on the way to my mother's house.
Yeah.
So to try and not seem so drunk, I would eat McDonald's on the way.
Oh, I get it.
But this year I'm not drunk because I couldn't go anywhere, and I'm old, and I thought I'll get one anyway. So I did.
Okay, that's good. What did you go for? That's the real question.
Always a sausage and egg McMuffin.
There's been some
not sausage and egg, sorry. An egg and cheese McMuffin. I don't eat sausage.
You don't.
I'm
there's some
vegetarian.
criticism in the chat from Stu. He says, you're making McDonald's staff work on Christmas Eve. Ebenezer Powell.
They're there anyway. I might as well go.
Maybe they're only there for you. They're like, we don't need to open tomorrow. It'll be dead. There's always that one guy. Yeah.
Me and the police today. Me and the police.
That's true. All the essential service people, they still need stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. So there's 3 McDonald's by my house that are owned by the same person, and he opens one of them each Christmas. And when I was a hairdresser, I used to do their hair, a couple of the staff, and they basically get like 150 quid for an hour and a half's work.
Amazing.
So every year they're like, oh yeah, we all do it. We get breakfast, we do an hour and a half's work, and then we open presents. I was like, cool. That's how I'm dealing with my hangover.
That's what I'm going to do. What are your plans for the whole of the day?
So I'm at my mother's house, hence the different backdrop.
Big shout out.
Oh, and also loads of photos of baby me, apparently.
Nice.
I've made my mum and dad play VR headset.
How was that?
Yeah, that was fun. My mum squealed and shrieked. My dad was a bit calmer. And then I put my nan, who's 87, on it.
87?
Yeah.
Wow.
Popped her on a little video where she was skiing down a hill. It was quite good fun. And then we're having dinner. We're having dinner in about 20 minutes, I think. And that's my
Nice.
day. That's probably it, really.
That's a
Potter
pretty
about.
great day.
Yeah, but not bad. How's your morning been?
Really good, really good. I got up, obviously. I put on my brand new shirt.
Nice.
Thank you so much. I'll give you a full look. It's cord, I'll have you know, but then stretchy somehow. No idea. But very
Magic.
happy about magic. So I did that. Made myself a cuppa, which is nice. Then I started the stream. We found out about all the Slaanesh stuff, which has been pretty exciting. I don't know if you've seen. There's all the Slaanesh mortal stuff has been shown off, and it looks great. There's
I saw some bits of it and just thought that's some good looking jazz.
Some great looking ladies. And then we've also seen the front cover, which looks like it's got a palanquin on top, which is quite exciting for everyone. But also not too exciting because someone's going to have to paint it. And it just
doesn't it also mean that if you play that army and turn up to an event, you have to arrive on a palanquin?
I mean, if you did, bonus points, ultimately.
I know, I think it's compulsory.
I would like to see that. That would be super fun.
Workshop official rule.
Official rule. Roll in. I would at least like to see someone in like whatever those trousers you get when you go on a gap year and you hug an elephant are. Like, you know, those ones you've got to wear.
Just phone Ben Sava, he'll tell you.
He'll definitely. He did say he would call me today, but he's probably sat in a chair just thinking about like the deeper mysteries of life.
An Urkel chair.
What? Yeah, an Urkel chair. Whatever the fuck an Urkel chair is.
Oh, don't say that. My nan's downstairs. Her whole lounge is Urkel.
What is it?
It's old and posh.
Old and posh chairs. Right.
Yeah. But ask him later. That can be his question today. Don't talk Warhammer. Just ask him about Urkel all day.
Well, we've surprisingly talked way too much about Warhammer today. I mean, last night got like real funky. Like, we were completely off the deep end. Vince was like, let's talk about Warhammer. And then Jim was like, let's talk about the deeper mysteries of what it's like to be a wargamer. And we got like really into it, like really deep, which was super fun. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. And that's it. That's all I've done. Got this new shirt. I got a Christmas curry. Did you hear my Christmas curry story?
No.
As I walked home, Das, who have you met? Das from the bar.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. Das was outside the bar, and I was like, what are you doing here? And he was like, I brought you a Christmas curry.
A winner. So did you have that last night, or is that for today?
Last night.
Okay.
Christmas. So now I've got a tradition, which is Christmas Eve curry.
There you go. 2 poppadoms and a Diet Coke.
I wish I had some poppadoms. There were no poppadoms, but there was a chai roti in there, which is what I've learned is a proper name for a naan. Yeah. So it was just great. A great little time. I got a shirt.
Important.
And that's it.
You could have been topless otherwise today.
That's the biggest worry of my day. So yeah, and then just hanging out. Like I'm sure Vince. I think Vince said he was coming on later. I think some of the other guys said that they'll come on later. But I'm not really like pushing it. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's just having their Christmas, so just give everyone the chance to just do what they want to do, which is nice. And people from different time zones and whatever.
The chat keeps going off though.
The chat are the best. We're just hanging out. We also made enough money to get a printer.
I did say.
So
which is useful because I definitely didn't kickstart the Bretonian models that aren't Bretonian, sorry. Sorry, those French knight models.
They definitely are French Bretonians.
The weird light, sorry, Lord Wynn.
Is that the sun?
Yeah. Look how nice it is. Hang on, I'm on a laptop today, so look at
Go on, James. You can do it. Wow, that does look lovely.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm in the weird world of Hollywood.
So I think that, raising the money for the fund, the chat has kind of come to the conclusion that we are going to have to 3D sculpt the heads of all of the presenters. So
excellent. Can I have a really big one? Just like a really big head.
Well, no, we're going to sculpt like specific like faces, and then obviously you could scale them up. So if you wanted like a James head on a Liberator, you could. But then if you wanted a James head on a Mega Gargan, we just scale it up, and then you could just have a giant head. That seems to make sense, right?
Yeah. Sorry, Margos Sockmer. I'll find it in 2 seconds. It hasn't closed. It's still going. Also, I think we should probably make Dan's head should have like a little ball on the bottom so that it fits in a Liberator uniform. I
mean, yeah, but you could also put it on a Lumineth dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Liberator trigger him more now. That's all I live for. I live for.
60 dad heads on Liberators. I'll
Yeah.
paint them for you for free.
Can you imagine? Just a whole army of Dans on Liberators.
It's so the future. I think like we just need to find a designer because then we could like, you know how like you have sports paraphernalia.
Yeah.
So you know like when we do Super Series again, let's say like someone like Benjamin plays or Darren, we'll just get a Darren head designed. Yeah, right. Just like buy your 2021 T Sports Darren head, and everyone will be like, yeah, I want that, and they stick it on their little model. Like, there's no way that isn't a brilliant idea that people aren't going to be into. What's everyone looking for? What's everyone clicking links to? It's a new thing, James.
It's a Hedonites video.
Ooh, Helgamar's been on it today, sending us the links. Again, it's just going to be a model video. Oh, whoa! Oh, wait, have you seen the faces on the? Have you seen the faces yet on the?
No.
Oh my God! You should. If you click on the article on Warhammer Community, look at the riders' faces.
Okay, let's go look at some faces.
Wow, those cavalry look incredible. Like,
Don't say that, because I told myself I'm not buying this army.
It looks so good.
You know what? I'll just wait till everyone's brought it, reads the book, realizes it's not that good, or it gets FAQ'd rubbish, and then I'll buy it off them.
See, you're a smart trader. You're a smart Warhammer trader. You've clearly done this before.
Yeah. Well, after buying my Skaven army and realizing the price difference in buying it new, I mean that was people's old fantasy armies, but
so
still.
have you looked at the rider faces?
I'm looking at helmets. Oh, they're below. Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then don't look at those, and instead look at the mount face.
Oh, they have a great. Oh, but they make the old Seekers look terrible now.
But then click next. Just keep looking at all the mount faces.
Yeah, they're great. They're having a great day. They'd be on the good list.
They're on the nice list.
Especially that one with his tongue out. Like, not the one with his mouth open, the one that's just like that guy.
He's having a great time, right?
Yeah, he's gonna lick some rocks. You know, like when you see a dog and it licks weird things that it shouldn't lick as a dog. That's that one.
That is that one.
It's licking a rock.
Yeah, they're my favourite. So I lost my shit a little bit earlier when I saw those faces because they just look so happy.
Nice.
Lore-wise, Hellstriders. Oh, Unholy Guard, thanks for subscribing, babe. Welcome to the crew. Lore-wise, Hellstriders are plebs who are cursed to ride normal Seeker mounts. The new models tamed their mounts. They look tame. They look like they're having the fucking best time ever. Yeah? Maybe that's what their faces are. They're faces of joy.
Having a great time. It's because they came out at Christmas. They're all Christmas babies.
The Melm Seeker.
Also, I feel like those new Bestigor are probably the best gore. Like, what are they going to be? Best Bestigor?
No, they're not called that. They've got like a they've got a really messed up name, haven't they? They've got
I don't know.
Yeah, you got to remember this for later. They are the Slangor fiendbloods.
Oh.
Fiendbloods. I mean, you can just call them Slangor if you want. That makes it easier.
They're still not the best gore, though, are they?
Huh?
There's still Bestigor that have to be the best of the gore, then, because of their name. They are the
best of the gore. These ones aren't. Do you not like the faces on the ladies? Because they're outrageously good.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the archers. Like that girl, the lady with the nose ring.
Yeah.
That's just, like, incredible, right?
Yeah, they look outrageously good. Like,
that expression as well.
The one where she's on the plinth.
Yeah.
I think that might be the best. That might be the best, like, face. Like, that looks like super good. Like, the artist has done a great job on that. The sculptors.
Some of them, like, so there's. I think it's a man. I think doesn't really matter, does it? There's one with like mouth open, top teeth on show, not bottom teeth on show. Stood on like what looks like a keeper of secret statue head. Like that face, like not attractive face, not a good face, but does look like they've just let an arrow go and missed.
Oh, I know the one you mean.
Oh.
Yeah. No! Well, the archers aren't, they're lower down in the caste, aren't they? In the society, because if you're not allowed, hey, Jazz, Merry Christmas. that you're not allowed to, like the cooler guys or the ones like that are higher up in the society are allowed to get close and get in the fight and be all like sexy and have a great time. And firing the archers are seen as the low down ones. Have you seen the guy that's like on his knees carrying like a little pot of?
Oh, look at him!
Yeah, I hadn't seen him yet. That's creepy.
He's got a great face. He looks like he should be in Mad Max, though. He should be shouting, "Witness me!" Like nothing else. That's all he says. That's just him.
He does look like that.
He's dead. This is a painful day because I kind of want some of these.
Hey Seb, Merry Christmas. I didn't. It's when I looked at these earlier. I actually skipped by some of these. I didn't know that there were some male archers in the chat. In this, I only looked at the ladies and I was like, perfect.
Do you know what's bad though?
What?
So looking at them and talking about them makes me realise that I probably wouldn't be in Slaanesh, because I feel like if I was going to be in that army, being an archer's the safe bet. Like, I'm not going to die. I think I'd be an archer.
I'm trying to work out if being an archer in Age of Sigmar is good. Ah, Grim Slacker, thanks for donating 32 quid to the show. That's so brilliant of you. And it also takes us up to 969.69. There's nothing better than 69. It's 969s. Thanks, Grim Slacker. That's really appreciated. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. MJ Pegasus says, I'd be interested in what excuses 102 people have given to their families to be able to ignore them on Christmas Day and watch the stream.
I did think that. I have to say, when I was like, oh, I'll pop on, I was like, it probably won't be that busy. And as I was loading it up, I was like, that is a busy chat bar for what is definitely lunchtime on Christmas Day.
Yeah, lunchtime here, though. In Finland, we learned earlier, they do it all on the day before, on the 24th.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. And it's kind of intimidating for me, because I thought there'd be like 8 people and I'd just be painting. I'd be like, with the occasional question.
Maybe we should ask you really, like, complex questions. Like, what is the temperature that PLA melts at to 3D print a structure?
I don't know, but do you want to see the house I built so far on the 3D printers?
Yeah.
Okay, you carry on the show. I'll be back.
Okay. Come on, chat. You're going to have to talk to me because I've got nothing to talk about. It's Christmas and I'm tired. I'm not sure if that is true, twinning. But if it is, excellent. Thank you, winning, in fact. Shouldn't say that right, should I? Oh, look at this. Christmas Germany, 24th as well. I didn't get any toys, Speckles, because I asked for no toys. Oh, I did. I lie. I got Ayama and Mary on horseback and on foot. And I got Anna. Oh, that's. I'll come back to that, Rob, because I'm answering questions.
You carry on.
And I got a wet palette, which I've wanted for ages. Cold shoulder. You can message me. Message me on Twitter or Instagram or either of those, and I can give you my phone number if you want. I'm not bothered. You can message me on either of those. I'm Powell106. So POWELL106. Message me on anything.
Yeah. So there you go. I've not got this right. So this is the building I've done. So then there's going to be this, and then two more bits.
Up a bit. There we go. Beautiful.
Right, and then there's going to be this, and then boop, boop, and then a little ridge.
It looks good, though.
That's pretty great, right?
Yeah.
And I've done 2, because like both printers have been firing off. So
nice.
I'm at this stage with 2. And I think
you just wait till I turn up with the box I've got.
Oh, my God. So the whole printer thing, if anyone's interested, all started with me and James trying to work out how to cheaply and bestly get terrain, was the kind of conversation, wasn't it, James?
Yeah. Which
was a conversation that started out like not even those STLs are from Midhaven is the STL, because printers are cheap. The printers are pretty cheap, really, but because we need to constantly produce stuff, so we've got to produce Age of Sigmar boards, 40k boards, and then also in the future we need to do like other stuff as well, because
I think, who was it? Helgamar. I think the thing is, so printers aren't horribly expensive as they were, but they're not cheap. So if you're going to print like one table of terrain at home, don't bother. Like, not worth the hassle. But we're printing like, So me and Rob talked about it, and I was like, I own one, we'll do it. And then I printed for 2.5 weeks. I was like, I've done half a board.
Yeah.
Done half a board, and we need to do 12.
Yeah. So we that's just our very immediate needs, which is obviously the arena. And then there's other needs in the future as well, like where one of the things that I would like to do for the Super Series, as an example, is we talked about this before, we're going to run them as seasons. So every 6-month block will be a season. Then after that, during that time, we'll be designing our next 4 boards, which will be out for the new season. And then they'll have story. I'm super invested in both 40k and Age of Sigmar narrative. And I like competitive wargaming. I really do. But I think that if you can make it so that you do competitive gaming inside the narrative structure of what is still a very narrative game. So when we did the first Super Series, for example, me and James, or everyone else, they'd come up with names for the boards with backstories and everything else. So we had that to kind of go off, which is quite fun. And it adds more to I think it adds to it. It would be weird. Do you know what I mean, James? I think just having a game without any context is odd. And so that's kind of the plan in the future. What can you make on a 3D printer? So there's 2 types. There's FDM printers, which are the ones we ordered previously.
Been reading.
Oh my god, been watching. So FDM printers, which you can make terrain, which is what these guys have done. So this so far has been about 18 hours of printing. And then you've got resin printers, which you guys have helped me raise money for. Thank you so much. Where you can print actual models, which I think is it's the exciting next part ultimately, because printing having some alternate models. I'm super excited about having alternate models for armies, for my personal armies, but I'm also excited about producing alternate models to showcase you guys and just say, look at these awesome things that are out there. Because I think, James, one of the things that we talked about a lot on the show is using alternate models. You've done a shit ton of Marauders, and obviously they look ugly as fuck. I'm sure you would prefer.
Poor boys. Poor boys.
Poor boys. And then we might be able to do nicer things on the tables for terrain as well, which is very, very important. So there's loads and loads of options there, which I think is fun. I also think as a wargaming channel, we almost have to be part of the 3D printing conversation now. Do you not think?
Yeah. But we're going to go back. We're going to stop for a second because there was a question I didn't answer earlier, and I need to answer it, and I'm going to make you answer it because it's Christmas. So we were talking. I said I'd be an archer or wouldn't join Slaanesh. So Grinaldi asked if I wouldn't join Slaanesh, what army would I join, and which unit would I be in? And I don't know. So I've been thinking about it for 5 minutes. I'm not sure. And part of me wants to just be I'd probably be the Ungor Raider that gets thrown on the fire.
No, you wouldn't. That's not James. Let me tell you how great James is in a moment. Because he's not that. Colonel Cabbage just dropping in to say Merry Christmas to all. Thanks for everything you've done this year, the Honest Wargamer. I know yourself quite appreciating. Shh. But the big question
That's just Rob.
I'm not going to read the rest of it. Yeah, I'm not going to read the rest of it. But Colonel Cabbage,
you've given so much to the community, and by doing the shows, you've done a huge amount to keep us all mentally healthy in these dark times. Much love and huge thanks. Hopefully, it's not long before we can meet up in person again. Just give him a big hug. He'll cry.
Anyway, the point is, not in my new sexy shirt. I look like Bond. Yeah, who's got a divorce.
Can we ban Angle?
Huh?
Can we ban Angle?
Why? What's he said?
We're not reading that.
James would be a blood scream.
No. Get him out.
Night Major Sock, but the point is, to go to characters, I want to ask you if you've seen the Hellespeth model, because he must be super excited about that. Super excited, the new Drakari stuff. Anyway.
No, I'm raw. Why does everyone think I'm a core model? Boring. Wouldn't be that. I'd probably be Nurgle. I think I'd like to be Swappity Boyle Piper.
We're going to get your head 3D sculpted, and then we're going to print them, people can buy them, and they're going to stick them on Blood Secretors, they're going to put them on Blood Warriors. You're so fucked. You set yourself up for this.
I just want to be Sloppity Boyle Piper. I don't want to be anyone else. I want to be the #1 bard of the Mortal Realms. Get them pipe out. Excellent.
I think that would be so fun, right? Anyway, what were you saying before? James pulled in sugar cubes. He's definitely Nurgle. You pulled in sugar cubes. What's that? Oh, you pulled in sugar cubes. Sugar cubes is a place.
It's a terrible bar in wherever Bobo is. Where's Bobo?
Lincoln.
Sheffield? Lincoln. In Lincoln. Terrible, great nightclub. The first year we went there, I went to the bar. It's like someone's front room. And I went to the bar and I went, oh, I'll have some tequilas. And they went, oh, we haven't got any. But we brought too much Sambuca and it's going off, so it's 50p a shot. And you know when you're there, and I brought loads, and then the next day I was like, how bad does Sambuca have to be to go off? Because it's about 90% alcohol.
Yeah, pretty bad. But also imagine that they'd had no trade at point that. Hey, Pragmatic. Hello. Hope everyone's well. Super weird spending first Xmas outside of Prague. Okay. Because of COVID, Warhammer became a way of connecting with locals in Singapore, and Nurse Wargaming a great source of clever shit to appear knowledgeable in front of others. Oh my god. What was the good shit? You walked in, you're like, so yeah, Blood's great suck. Let me tell you why.
Giants, great. I hope he said that at some point. I heard Rob loves Giants. I only play Giants and I only play meeting engagements.
Welcome to my world. Pragmatic, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to everyone who's joined us live. Like, some people aren't having, some people aren't going to go for like the traditional Christmas dinner that you're about to have, James. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with them for the day. It's going to be super fun. And COVID's got to be weird for everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's got to be super weird. Super weird.
Yeah, the world's just, it's like I think it was last night. So normally I meet a bunch of friends that I grew up with who like all live all over the place now on Christmas Eve, and we have like a drink in the pub. But like a bunch of people come back to see like their moms and dads that live around here still. And obviously that didn't happen this year. So last night we had like a little Skype hangout thing. And after I'd finished that and I was kind of sat at home like getting ready for bed, I was just like, it's kind of nuts, right? Like 2020, nuts year. Like everything about it almost over. Nuts year.
It is pretty nuts. It is pretty nuts. It's been. Do you remember when it started out with Tiger King? I keep going back to that, and I'm like,
have you watched it again? Have you ever watched it twice?
I don't think I could watch it twice. Like, it's sad because I know where it ends up, I think. Although I'm excited that he might get a pardon off Trump. Like,
can you imagine?
He doesn't deserve one. Like, listen, I don't agree with it at all. But I want that to happen because I want the next phase of the story. Do you know what I mean? And also, like, so many things I learned from that show. I didn't know that if I took enough meth, I could just be gay. Like, that's great. Yeah?
It's important to know, right?
It's important to know. So I cut back on my meth loads. Not because I think being gay is bad. I just don't want to be when probably I'm not. Like, meth changes my feelings. Yeah, that much. But yeah, it feels like nothing's happened in the year, but everything's happened in the year. Like it's
I also don't feel like it's the end of the year.
Huh?
I don't feel like it's the end of the year.
You don't? Well, it's not because like all of the problems that we're currently facing, COVID, the rising fascism.
Oh, but I mean, just actual like not talking about COVID and stuff, but like I don't feel like New Year's around the corner. Like I don't feel like I've had a year. And maybe that's because I've basically spent most of it in my house.
Yeah, that's kind of the nice thing about the venue that I've been able to do over the past while is like between me and Fish and everyone else and Dan and all the guys, like we've been able to actually like build this venue and like so I feel like there's this thing that's occurred now, which is nice. I got to see Nathan Prescott yesterday, so he came over, and then he was like, "Oh my god, it's so nice around here." Yeah. So like that's great. Like so, you know, I'm really looking forward to showing people that in the future, which will be super fun. But it does feel like that's at least 3 or 4 months away. Like I imagine it's what like Helgamar feels like in Iceland. I don't know. Like because they're like they get locked in quite a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
Maybe you're used to it. Maybe you don't.
Because it's always dark.
It's
always dark.
Yeah. Yeah, always dark.
Need a headlamp all the time.
I don't know though. Like, how do you? I don't think have you kept up with the hobby motivation? Because I feel a lot of people have struggled with that, which is super fair. Super fair.
I have, but not. So I think I lost it in the chunk, and then I painted all those clan rats. And then I've been like inconsistent, I guess, because I kept buying. So I brought all those clan rats. I was painting loads of those. And then I brought myself Blackstone Fortress by accident, but not. So then I started painting that because that was exciting.
Accident.
Yeah, accident. It was an eBay bid that went wrong. And then what else did I then get distracted by? Then I was printing like models and stuff for the stream and get distracted by that. So haven't been too bad. And then obviously I've had a wet palette today. So hopefully that makes painting better or easier, I think.
Yeah. My wet palette has been like a dream. Like, apart from when you forget to put the lid back on, it dries out overnight. It's like whatever. Yeah, but like, it's honestly, it's the best hobby purchase I've made this. It's probably the best hobby purchase I've made this year. Actually, I don't know. Maybe the streaking grime was pretty great as well. Yeah, probably the wet palette because that ultimately has changed all my painting up. Bradley Baker, I get wet palettes too sometimes. Yes, me too, maybe. This year's been has been so great for me for hobby motivation, which kind of makes me feel bad because I know so many people are having a really bad time. Different people, right? For some people, they've been able to like just shut down a little bit, and like life hasn't been so. I mean, if I think about the number of hours I just spent traveling last year, going to different events, like or every event that I went and set up at, which was a whole day. So I think last year I did 19 events, which meant
a whole stressy day too.
A whole stressy day, yeah. Yeah, stressy little bitch Rob trying to get everything sorted for a live stream. Yeah, but that
I want this cable to be longer.
Where's the yellow one? But that means I spent 19 days doing setup, like which is almost a month. Like so that doesn't include travel. So I have had more time this year, which has been nice. And I've been set up. It also meant I did at least 38 days of coverage, which was super sweet. Over a month of doing coverage. But that's one of the things I'm excited about with the venue in the future. We don't have to at least do the setup part. That's done. So people just come in, everyone plays their games, we do the coverage, everyone has a great time, everyone leaves, and we have a curry after.
I don't believe it.
Guns, 2 poppadoms for everyone, and a Diet Coke. Yeah.
I don't believe it.
What do you mean?
Because I know you well enough. So we'll do one, and you'll be like, I've decided what we should do is replace every camera. And then the next show will come and you'll go, now what I've decided is I'm going to put a little sticker every 2 millimeters on every board. And I'll be like,
I'm not going to do any of that. James, have you seen this thing? This thing is like your... Oh, fuck. I've closed it down so I can't show you. It was like a 3D board. There's a company who are setting up a gaming venue, but all the miniatures you put on a 3D hexagon space.
Okay.
And then there's RF chips, so like they're like little microchips inside, just like inside our human bodies in the future.
Yeah.
But inside the models, and then you move them around, and then like there's a little display, and it tells you everything that the models can do, and then they battle on the tabletop. Have you seen that?
No.
I was trying to. I just had it open as a tab, but then someone closed it down. But it looked great, but also super weird because it's like super high-end technical, but then it had miniatures on top, and it looked weird. See you later, MJ Pegasus. Merry Christmas. But yeah, I wanted to show you the link so you can check it out, but I won't. We'll
find it together later.
Yeah, I'll find it. It's called Valkyrie, I think, actually. Let me try that. Valkyrie Gaming Tables. Valkyrie Gaming. Let's try that. Shit. No, it's not called that. It might be called that, but I've forgotten it. Yeah, I'll find it anyway. Someone in the chat knew about it either way. See you later, OSP. Big love. Tom Whitbrook. This year's not been so great for hobby motivation at the start because I'm super deadline focused and there aren't any. But it's really supercharged me in the last couple of months and de-stress mechanism. I've made decent progress. Finished version 1 of the OBR and I'm now kicking off lots of projects. Yeah. I think different people have got different things, right? It's hard to stay focused when you don't have necessarily a structure. I don't know. But I've enjoyed it. Shout out to all the key workers that have had time and energy to hobby focus this year. I share your pain. Yeah, big shout out to all the key workers who've been doing like all of the good work. And that's from people, that's from Binman to
Speckles
on the NHS. Yeah, to Speckles in the chat. Yeah. Who got 2 black coaches. He's got no idea what to do.
What do you mean? I don't know why he's moaning about it. He should build them, paint them, and do a list.
He should, right? That's what I said. But yeah. That's what the chat said. But everyone just gave him. Everyone had a mark. Like he was like being Marty about it. Like classic Speckles is what I was saying. He was just like, oh.
You should turn him into a dragon. He likes that game.
Huh?
He likes that game. Turn him into dragons. Oh, he's
just
not
play him as
moaning
dragons. Hey, Brother Scar, Merry Christmas to you as well. James, after you've had dinner, what are your plans later on?
I've got so my sister
Yeah.
watched The Queen's Gambit, I imagine.
Oh my god, yes. Which, by the way, yesterday Vince said he didn't like.
Oh well, don't have him on the show again. Um, and so she's had a posh chess set for Christmas off
Oh,
her
really?
partner. And so when we were kids, me and my sister used to play because I used to quite like chess.
Yeah.
So she apparently never beat me, which I didn't remember. So we're gonna have a rematch.
Hell yeah, that's fun. I'm excited about that. Like,
So I'm
that's
gonna have a
good.
chess rematch. And then my sister's partner had the Mario Kart Live off her. Have you seen
What's
that?
that?
So it's an actual physical Mario in a Mario Kart, and like these little cardboard gates, and you build a course in the house, and then you have to drive it on your Switch in
Oh no, I've
augmented
seen that.
reality.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
So
And then
he said
cats,
that. So
then cats come in and knock everything over.
yeah. So we're gonna
Perfect.
play that too. No cat, no dog, so we're okay today.
All right, perfect.
I might just kick things like Godzilla.
Yeah, that would be so much fun if you had to do that, but then a third person dressed up as like T-Rex or Godzilla who was like stomping around. That sounds great. A load of people loving Queen's Gambit, which is super fun. And then also Battle Trade wants to shout out massive delivery to delivery drivers and postmen. Without us as wargamers would had to start on the piles of shame. That's true.
Imagine
true.
Games Workshop too if the postman hadn't been going. Like, they wouldn't be even richer. They'd be having a bad day. Although I have to say, in their defence, I did see their Brexit email and thought fair play.
How do you mean?
Oh, so I don't know. In fact, if no one in the chat saw, I have to say, like, there's moments where I look at Games Workshop. So, like, the "you won't be missed" statement, I really liked.
Yeah.
And then I noticed their Brexit statement was that they basically said, we don't know what's happening, we don't know what's coming, we don't know what effects it makes to like what people in anywhere in the world pays. So until all that's decided and we can work it out, we'll just pay the difference.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense.
And I thought that was pretty good. Like, so if you're, French and you want some Warhammer and you might have been paying 20% more soon, at least for a stint, they're covering that 20%.
But then I'm confused, right? Because then why then is Forge World just more money in other countries just because they're in another country? Like,
but I mean, it's Forge World, right?
Yeah, I know, but still.
It's Forge World, isn't it?
You really don't like Forge World, do you?
Do you know, like, I just think I love the Forge World models are really cool. And I think, like, when I got back into the hobby, like, I own a Dreadsaurian. Like, the one day I was driving to Nottingham for a gig at Rock City and went an hour earlier to go to Warhammer World and buy a Dreadsaurian.
Yeah.
And I think I paid 150 quid for it, and it's now like 219 quid. Mm-hmm. That was probably 3 or 4 years ago.
It was a while, right?
Yeah, but I just think like that's a substantial price increase in like 3 years, 4 years.
And there'll be another one after the new year. Like, yeah. I'm almost certain that they're going to increase the price again on everything and blame Brexit or COVID or whatever it'll be. It's kind of like one of the conversations in the chat earlier was coming up because we were talking about 3D printing, but we were talking about like armies and like how much starting a new army. Because I asked what new army would everyone start next year, and actually the conversations come up about just like the general price of starting a new army is not insignificant, right?
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? I think it's a weird one. So, like, I'm doing that Skaven army at the minute, and that's been really interesting because I've basically brought what is probably 3,000 points of Skaven, if not more, for 180 quid.
Wow, pretty good.
However, all of its old fantasy armies, so everything I brought was on a square base.
Yes. Okay.
So I've cleaned them up. I've cleaned the models down. I've clipped the bases off. I've rebased them. But it didn't cost a huge amount of money. And I think we almost saw the same when, albeit we haven't got to play. Like, the minute it was like, oh, you can play Seraphon and they're good now, like millions of Seraphon armies appeared because they've existed for 20 years. I think the interesting one is, isn't it? Like, the Lumineth that I was buying, and I've got bits of. Like the crazy thing for me there is when it's like, cool, I want to start this army. Cool, I need probably 30 spearmen. Oh, they're £35 a box. Well, I probably need 30 archers. Oh, they're £37 a box. I think for me, like the crazy bit there is like it's a huge cost, especially when like a load of Warhammer, at least for me, is trial and error. Like realistically, I want to play a list, decide on a list, and then change it.
But I think that's what's so good. Ralph's Merry Christmas to you. And Hawkeye says, oh my God, it's James Powell, the objective marker himself.
That's me. I got loads to post out. People ordered like Christmas morning. I was like, someone had money.
Oh, really?
Someone had money for Christmas. And I almost wanted to email everyone and be like, these ain't coming for a week. These ain't getting posted.
Merry Christmas to you all. If you guys aren't aware, one of the things James has done this year has done all of the objective markers and has posted them out. So if you've got any objective markers or an Honest Wargamer t-shirt, which I'm wearing right now.
Oh, there we go.
Under my shirt. I'm going to do it.
I just thought you were going to strip for us.
I would, but it's against terms and services, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would. But Honest Wargamer t-shirt right there, right above my heart. This shirt is fucking lovely. Let me tell you, best day ever. Oh, yeah. Oh, did you get a bottle? Yeah. Did you send the bottles out?
Yeah. I sent it. I'm the Honest Wargamer depot. Anything that's been brought lives in my house. It gets shipped from my kitchen.
Well, so, Twitch chat. James, I'm glad you're here because I think I've had a genius idea. Yeah, it goes in theme. It goes in the theme with the Honest Wargamer show. And James, this is your department. How would everyone feel about dice? Yeah, hear me out. But instead of the 6 on the symbol, yeah, on the 6, it says 69.
Well, you should just have 6 and a 2 and then a 9.
No, it's 69. It should just say 69. Like that's
it's very achievable, I think.
I think that's very achievable, and I think everyone would laugh.
I also like the fact the first thing that was said was big goal. I want them now. Things don't happen that fast, but it can be arranged.
I want them all. Send them now. Yes, please. 69. 69.
I like the idea. I like Hawkeye's idea of trying to fit 69 pips on a 16mm dice. Imagine. And when you roll it and someone says, what is that? 69 damage.
I would like it if you only sell them in sets of 6 or 9 as well.
Or 69.
Yeah, or 6. You can only buy 69 of them. Anyway, so James, if that's by the way how the merch happens on the Wargamer. This conversation, and James goes, sure, whatever. And off he goes.
Normally, to or from a venue.
Normally. Yes, one set of 69 dice that all have the 69 on them. That's the only way to purchase them. Anyway, I thought that would be fun because it seems to have become a theme on the show. And that doesn't bother me in any way, shape or form. That's fine. James, you've got to go for your dinner. Go for your dinner, bud.
I think I probably have to now, actually. But it has been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks.
I haven't even asked.
So I've just finished my 3 bloat drones, which I was doing yesterday, and I'm now painting up some Plague Marines. I have 30 more Plague Marines to go, and I don't know if Jim was on the show yesterday. He was painting at the same time. They're super detailed. There's so much detail on them. So I'm just going to start the long slog that is painting these guys up. Which is why I don't mind just hanging out for like 8 to 9 hours on the stream, because I've got to do the painting anyway.
What you need to do is time yourself. So you paint 5, see how fast you do it, and then try and beat that time.
Really?
That's how I paint hordes.
I can't do that. Well, I want them to look nice as well. I'm never going to win a painting award, but I don't mind. Like, I would like them to look nice on the tabletop because they're fucking sweet models.
That's how I can tell you I can paint 20 Marauders in 2 hours.
Yeah, but they look awful, so you can just paint them.
You haven't even looked at them. You were swanning off around the world when I used them.
No, you weren't. You used them at Sheffield Slaughter.
Oh, I used them there too. The Crimbobo when there was 140.
Yeah, but you saw them at Sheffield Slaughter.
Yeah, you did, all right.
Yeah, and it's just, I was like, all right, James, good try. Like, what's the point? Oh, with James going, I'm just going to take the opportunity to take a small little break which is me saying I'm going to the toilet. But so there'll just be a holding screen, but I will be back in a moment to hang out with you buds. James, thanks for being on the show. Loads of love.
Pleasure seeing everyone. Have a lovely Christmas.
We'll see you in 10 minutes. Well, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Get yourself a cup of tea, coffee. Back in a minute. Loads of love. Bye. everyone, welcome back. Merry Christmas! How are you doing? That was lovely of James to pop by earlier. That was very nice to see him. He's such a lovely man, by the way. That James Powell, who does all the merch for everyone in the Honest Wargamer world. He's designed some great stuff. We've had some... Oh, Dydrin, food's on. Yeah, let's go. Oh, we had a phone call from John Scrivens. Let me just go see. I think he might be trying to join me, which would be lovely. Hello, John. Hello. Let me just get you into the stream.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. How you doing?
I'm all right.
Good.
I am all right. I've had a nice chilled day, and I thought, whilst I'm watching the stream, I may as well just call in and say hi.
You much preferred. So thanks for doing that. Hope you are well. Have you got food on? Because you're normally the cook, right?
Not yet. I'm having it later.
You're having it
So,
later? Oh, wait, do you do like
just whatever
late dinner?
Well, we tend to have dinner in this household kind of later-ish anyway, so it's just kind of like, we may as well break the normal tradition of having a Christmas lunch and just have it when we're actually hungry.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
So.
sense. That makes sense. What are you cooking?
Doing a piece of corner-cut beef.
Ooh,
So just a
sounds
nice
fancy.
roast joint. So, well, it's just a piece of meat, but yeah.
Did you
But,
see
yeah.
the Slaanesh stuff earlier, John?
I did.
What do you
I'm
think?
really pleased that it's cool and lovely and everything, but I just don't want it, which I think is lovely. It's nice sometimes for things to be appreciative. I can kind of look at it and go, that's cool, but I don't need to own it.
You don't need to own it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. Yeah, that's how
Because I got suckered in with the demons before, and then they sat there for 6 months not being painted, so
of
I
Slaanesh.
think, yeah, because it was like, they're cool, and then they were so broken that it kind of just put me off.
Mhm.
I didn't want to be that guy.
That's fair.
Or
That's super
lose
fair.
with the broken army. Because I'm
Yeah.
that bad.
Vegan roast here, pretty stoked. Oh yeah, I've got a big plate of vegetables. Well, not a big plate, a big pot of vegetables that I'm going to be eating for my lunch.
Oh, nice.
Very excited about that. Very, very excited. I had Christmas curry last night, Scrivo. Don't know if you heard the story.
I didn't. I missed that bit.
I got a curry. On my way home, my friend Das turned up with a curry.
Oh, nice.
That was a great
Nice.
day. When did the last Slaanesh book released? So it released not last year. Not this year. It released last year, and it released in like a March time. I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Yeah, around that sort of time.
Huh?
Yeah, around that sort of time.
Yeah, so there was lots going on there, which was quite exciting, and then it like dominated for a while. So now having the new stuff out is really, really exciting, and it looks like maybe all the demon stuff will be included in it as well. Although we don't actually know right now what's going to be in
Well,
it.
it being called Head Knights of Slaanesh rather than being like a name for the mortals suggests to me that it's everything.
Yeah, I think it'll. Yeah, because it's not a different name, so I think it'll
Yeah.
be everything. Yeah, I agree. I think that makes loads of sense. Apparently, Scrivo, everyone's thinking that your beard is going to challenge mine at some point soon.
I'm gonna have to have a beard off. I almost shaved it off a couple of days ago because it's just getting to that point where you actually have to do things with it.
Sculpt it.
Yes, and I just can't be asked.
Well, listen, you're gonna have to work out what you'd like your final form to look like, because when we get the Honest Wargamer head sculpted, you're gonna have to decide which head you want to be sculpted for you. So it's a serious time. It's a serious.
Oh God, these are those kind of life-changing things. Like, what do I want to do? Settle down? No, not all those sorts of important questions. The head sculpt, that's the most important one.
The head sculpt is the important
Oh
question.
God.
I'm gonna
Just
say.
don't know.
Yeah, John, I think you should just go like Methuselah level beard. Just get real into it.
I don't know. There's something about just ease for me. I'm a bit of a lazy person when it comes to things.
So what does that mean? Like, so you don't want to shave?
I might just trim it back, but not have it require too much work.
Okay, all right,
So kind of compromise.
that's fair. Go full Ned Kelly Scrivo. Yeah, I mean you could just go real wild on it, Scrivs. I don't think that would be the worst decision you could ever make.
I always look scruffy anyway, so it's not much of a change, is it?
Yeah, that works. That works. Are you thinking about a new army for next year?
Well, I've got 2 hobby projects I've kind of been floating around just doing just for the sake of kind of having some fun. I've got some Drakari and obviously I've been doing some World Eaters and some Demony bits to go with them.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, I don't need another project. Those two kind of chipping away at them nicely is kind of nice, and there's less of a pressure because I haven't got this whole kind of like, here's a 2,000 point list I'm working towards, and I'm going to play with it in 3 weeks' time. Just been able to kind of chip away unit by unit. It's been quite nice. So,
what is it about the World Eaters that's got taken your fancy? Because they haven't had a new book, like
it's the classical kind of, it's the corn stuff that doesn't tend to get that much love, and making corn berserkers out of blood warriors was quite a fun little challenge. Expensive but fun. And it's just nice to just not be building something that instantly everyone's just going to give me shit for. But if they get a busted book, I'll be like, yeah, whatever.
Does it really bother you? Or does it really bother you playing with stuff that's quite strong? Does it genuinely upset you?
It becomes like, I don't want to win because the book's doing the work, if that makes sense. I want it to be...
Yeah, but the people who win tournaments who are celebrated around the world win because the book's doing the work.
Yeah.
So,
but it's that balance to it, I suppose. It's like when you see someone like that, when Iron Hands were kind of in their full kind of tilt, kind of breaking the game, not particularly fun, you could almost just, even if you rolled badly, you'd still be sort of 3-4 wins in a tournament, and it's like, to me, that's not fun.
I think sometimes you're just going to have to embrace that and just go
totally.
with it.
It's a thing I need to learn and not be get so salty about. But at the same time, it's the hipster in me. I like to play the slightly kind of
you like to be
adjacent things.
The edgy
I don't want to just always be like, yeah. But I'm never. It's like the whole aspiration and then reality.
Yeah. So Twitch chat, how do you guys all feel about that situation? Are you like stressed or bothered when what am I trying to say? Hold on, let me just move this heater so I don't burn the bloody studio down. The Twitch chat. The question to you all is: do you guys bothered when you play a powerful army, or do you not care? Or do you intentionally do that? I prefer having the underdog army. That makes sense. You prefer the underdog normally in a story anyway, right? You meant to prefer Rocky because he's a punchy underdog. Yeah.
Just winning whilst using an underdog army is a lot more rewarding to me than scraping a victory with an army that I probably should have completely tabled someone with and just played badly with.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, so being the underdog, so it's a more enjoyable victory.
Yeah, and it being based on my competency with the army as well. I think it's the kind of the thing. And if it requires,
what happens if you love your army? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Seraphon, let's say, or even Iron Hands, and you painted them all up, and then they just become good because the rules change. What would you stop playing them?
I don't know, because when Orcs were kind of competent and they could win events if you played them well, I was taking them and I was having a good time with it. But I think it's because they weren't busted. So I guess it's like if Dark Angels ended up being this kind of hot shit with all the Terminators and stuff, I think I might not necessarily play it all the time. But if I was going to an event, wholeheartedly, I'd still take it. I'd take it because it's something that would give me a good chance of success.
Yeah.
But I guess in casual games, if I was playing against someone that I know is a lot more casually minded, I wouldn't probably take them as often because I don't want to just wreck someone's one enjoyable game they get in that month type of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's hard to balance that.
Yeah, it's never easy.
And I think maybe the fact that it's been pitched as a relaxing game to play with your mates is probably a marketing ploy, and that's actually not true. If we break it down, there's so many people have spent so long talking about how long it takes to do that maybe it's not that easy to do, and it's not really how it's designed. Although you could just go intern Matt, I go more Conan the Barbarian. Life is about crushing your opponents in the lamentation of their women. Yes.
Oh, that song. Did you ever hear that? YouTube, 10 years ago, there was a song of Conan singing about that stuff. Using footage from the films. So good.
Say that again, sorry, John.
So there was a YouTube kind of song someone put together of Conan. Yeah, Conan the musical, and it's him singing about hear the lamentation of the women and stuff. And it's someone putting on a fake Arnie accent. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. Cause it's one of those silly things you just listen to every so often and go, yep, that was enjoyable. Yeah, that makes me laugh.
Conan the musical, I'm into it. No, it's okay. It's already been done.
In the chat.
Okay.
I don't need to do any work now. Cool.
Conan the musical.
It's so silly and it's brilliant.
I'm watching it. Hold on. Get some tunes on.
So good.
Oh my god.
Some context. I used to make mix CDs to put in my mates' cars. This got ripped off of YouTube and put into those playlists quite a lot. Amazing.
Yeah, all right. I'm into that. I'm
Yeah.
into that. That sounds weird.
It's so silly.
Wait, be a real Twitch streamer and react to it live. Okay, fine. Watch. I don't know. I can't get the audio in though because I haven't got that set up to have the audio in. Or have I? One sec. Let me see if I can do this, John.
We can all learn together. In case anyone's curious what I'm doing with my hands, I'm building a Mauler fiend.
Are you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because world eaters. I had the choice: shooty thing or punchy thing with whips. I was like, punchy thing. There we go.
Right, hold on, John. I'm going to try and make it so that people can hear the audio at the same time, but I'm not sure if I can. So, uno momento.
It's all right. I'll just babble on a little bit. So my logic here was, I thought I don't need a shooty unit. I thought I'll carry on with the kind of the narrative approach for it, and if it accidentally ends up being good, cool. And in answer to Lord Win, I don't have the Four-Dread Lord. What I'm planning to do is I've got the Age of Sigmar guy with the dog, and I'm going to just put a backpack on him and use him. I think that'll do a good enough job.
I can't get the audio in, John.
Heartbreaking.
I'm sad. I'm sad. But it looks great. I'll set this up for next time. I'll be a proper YouTuber next time. I can't do it right now. I'm sorry. But it looks cool, and I will watch it. It looks great. Thank you for the follow, Otherland. Message you, but thanks very much, Hawkeye. Message you back now. Lurking while I finish up my veggie dinner. Come on, Poucho. You have a nice little veggie dinner for yourself. So, sorry, John, I missed that while I was trying to set stuff up. Talk to me.
That's right.
Tell me.
So Mauler Fiend, just because it's the punchy option. That's the only reason I've picked it out of the two.
Okay. Why?
Just because it feels thematic to have a big punchy demon engine thing with world eaters.
Okay.
I'm going to have a Forge Fiend and one. I'm going to have both in the list was my plan, but I thought if I'm going to build one first, I'll start with the chonky boy.
That's super fair. Bingo Home Slice. Happy Merry Christmas, Rama, Hanu, Kwanzaa, Kardan, Christmas to you, you beautiful bastard, as well as everyone else. That's super lovely of you. Reminds me of my favourite band, the Dan Band. They have a song like that, which is quite fun. I'm just painting up Plague Marines, John. Just painting up Plague Marines.
Still cool.
Just trying to get them finished for Christmas. Although I know it is Christmas now, but I'm trying to get them finished before the New Year. Is my goal.
That's as good as goal as any.
It's a lot to do, though. It's a lot to do, and yeah, a lot to do. I just really want to get it done and out of the way. So, because I'm not going to be able to play anyone. I know I'm not going to be able to play anyone in January, because it will still be lockdown or maybe even worse lockdown. So I'm not going to get to play anyone. But I just want the project done and finished and out of the way, because then I'll feel great about it. And then at some point, I can pick the army up and play it. So that's kind of
so when the book finally drops, you'll have an army ready to rock, and you'll have at least most of the toys that you probably want to use.
Yeah, also I've got the scenery started to be made now, and that's pretty big. James has got a box of scenery to bring for the venue. Everyone has been amazing about donating money to get us scenery, so I'm printed scenery like it's going out of fashion. So now I've got and I'm gonna make some videos about doing that as well, because I think it's gonna be quite an interesting journey for me. And it'll be some fun little side project videos to get sorted as well. And I think one of the other things is, with tournaments not being a major deal right now because of COVID, I'm not doing tournament coverage and I'm not having to keep up.
That's fair, isn't it?
I'm not having to keep up quite as much. Well, I don't really have to keep up as much. which is really like where my passion lies. So I'm hoping if I finish a few armies before tournaments and everything resume next year, yeah, I'll basically be sat on like the 2 or 3 hours maybe that I would spend doing some hobby for a tournament or for myself personally next year can all be like, I'm basically trying to like pay myself off. So in the future, all I can be doing is like looking at lists, looking at rules, analysing things, like doing coverage, and then I've still got some armies myself to play with at some point. So I'm kind of, I'm trying to give myself some freedom next year, basically, which is very long-term planning of me.
It's not normal for you, Rob. Normally it's like, this is the thing I'm doing right now. Eventually we might do this super series thing, but this is what we're doing right now, and it involves buying 6 more cameras.
We just gotta wait for COVID to go, and then we're back on. Yeah. I'm really excited about that. Really excited about that next year. So
yeah, me too. That was the thing. This year was meant to be. I think I worked it out that I was planning to at least go to about 6 or 7 different countries with you.
To do coverage, yeah.
And it then became Cardiff, which, if we're going to do one event, it was still.
Cardiff was a fun time.
I enjoyed that one, but that feels like more than that doesn't feel like that was February. That feels like at least a year, if not longer.
Yeah. Well, it's just because. Yeah. I agree.
Everything feels longer.
Everything feels longer. But I'm trying not to focus. I'm trying my hardest to not focus on that and instead try and be like upbeat, because I'm genuinely very, very excited for, the next year. I know it might not be like, it's not going to be like January 1st, but it could be like March. And if it's not March, it could be September, and then whatever. Eventually, it all has to happen again.
And the thing we traditionally had is it was always a challenge as well. Like if we had an event, and then 3 weeks later the next event was happening, you didn't often have the time to get that prep work in for the event, let alone for your own stuff. So it's nice having that time. With
James, I've spent at least 19 days last year doing setup, which is pretty hilarious.
I spent so much holiday on setup days. It was ridiculous when you think about it. The amount of time we had spent just setting up for a thing that actually was going to happen.
Yeah, like loads. So, but now we've got our venue, we can at least like some of those can just be like done here, which would be fun. Exactly. And it means we really only have to go do coverage of like large scale events or like events that we want to cover, like other countries or stuff, which I think would be that's probably one of the things I'm most excited about, is just going somewhere else. Dude, Day, welcome to the show. Merry Christmas. Thanks for today.
Hello.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. So, new Drakari stuff looks very exciting. How do you feel? Twitch chat, how do you feel? I don't want to get too deep into this, so don't get triggered. But how do you feel about a box art of only ladies battling out on the front cover, John?
I'm really into that, because specifically for the Drakari I'm painting, I was going witch heavy anyway. It was witches and incubi, because I wanted to go with stuff that looked cool. So that box, I looked at it and went, I'm in. That's what I wanted. That's stuff I need in my kind of wish list. So, and we often have blokes against blokes, so I don't feel like it's an issue really. It's like
have we ever had a box art of women versus women? No,
and I think it's great, and we should celebrate it. But at the same time, it should be normal. If that makes sense.
I don't know if it should be normal.
It should happen occasionally. Just there should be the opportunity for it.
Yeah, once every 35 years. Though they keep trying to offload Venoms and Scourges in every box set, Drakari appearing, I get the feeling they made way too many a while ago.
I have a funny feeling that Scourges might get some better rules this book, because they had very little love in that last book, and it seems to flip. I don't imagine they're going to be absolutely busted, but they might have done something to them at least. At least I hope. It's like Hellions. I really want Hellions to like have a purpose.
Yeah. Oh, we might have a guest on the show, John.
Who? Do I need to Cryer. Oh no, not him.
Yeah. Let me see.
This is a shock. I didn't know he was going to call you.
Add Joe. No, that's not worked. Give me a second. You carry on.
Right. So yeah, to me, I'm just like, cool, that's stuff I want. And my challenge is with the Scourges, I'd want all the units to have matching wings. Because having
Right.
one that's got bird and one that's got like weird demony like dragon wings, I'm just like I'd actually prefer to have them all match. It's a weird thing, I guess. It's like, do they need to be uniform? Probably not, but I like it when I could go, right, that unit's that unit, that's that unit, because I can tell them apart by the wings.
Yeah,
I think that's more my kind of. I like to make it easier for me and my opponent, but we'll see. I don't know when that box is going to come out though, because everything's pushed back at least a couple of months. That could be in time for my birthday in April. You never know.
It could be. It could be. So there we go.
What's up, boys?
There you go.
Oh,
There's
no.
Joe in the chat. Hi, Joe.
How you doing?
His little emo fringe, isn't that cute?
Just getting in the chat. And then let's do
Fantastic.
this. Oh no, I've got two Johns. Hey John. Hey Joe, how are you? Merry Christmas.
Not too bad, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing? Where are you calling us from? Oh no, I've done double.
Not actual Iceland, but it's just Minnesota, U.S. covered in snow right now.
Minnesota.
I honestly don't know where Minnesota is.
It's basically
The very
almost
middle.
Canada.
Like the northern middle of the U.S. It's like the Midwest, but like the northern side of the Midwest.
Right. Okay. That's good.
You're like,
Nice to
I
have you
don't
on the show. In case you don't know who Joe is, Joe plays Age of Sigmar and is based in America, part of the ETC crew. And you like playing Zinch as well.
A little bit, yeah. Speaking of, I forget who the friend was on that was on earlier that had the Star Wars tattoos. I have Zine's tattoos all over the place now too. So
Jim, yesterday.
Jim.
Yep.
So wait, what time is it there?
Right now it's 8:30 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he was your last night. And our last night too. Where in Minnesota, says Ale Guzzler. He's in Minnesota.
Oh, Twin Cities. If you're in Minnesota, it's surprising I don't know you actually. Trying to figure out how to get the chat on here.
How many
So-
people are in Minnesota?
So I know that there's
Oh,
at least
man.
Joe and Motion City Soundtrack, the band. So there's a few. This is how I know where cities are, is literally going, that's where that band's from. Cool.
So Joe, how you doing? How's your Christmas looking?
Not too bad. Just I actually had curry last night too. So surprise, surprise. It is a new tradition for everyone.
Yeah, Christmas Eve curry. Nice. Where did you get yours from? Somewhere? Or did you make one?
My mother and sister made it, and it was fantastic.
Oh, that's
And
lovely.
also, and yes, Helgamar, I do know Stefan.
Who? Stefan, the Dane. Is he based in Minnesota as well?
He's in Minnesota, but I don't remember where exactly he's from. Like, we don't know each other like a great amount, but like we're acquaintances for sure. So we'll chat every now and then. He talks about Slaves of Darkness war shrines a lot. That's all I know recently.
Does he love them?
Yeah, he made a conversion and pissed off a whole like Facebook group about his conversion for it, and it's pretty hilarious.
Well, I mean, Chaos War Shrines are now so 2019. We now have Chaos Palanquins. It's basically,
Yep.
it's if you're not doing a Palanquin, you're not really even in Age of Sigmar. I think now is the stage. So,
But wouldn't the war shrine be considered like a palanquin? Like, isn't
No.
like aesthetically isn't it the same?
it is. Like, I agree. Like, in case you guys haven't seen the War Shrine model, is it 4 giants? Are they
Two.
even giants?
Two like it's like 2 mutants that are carrying the thing.
And then does the back bit just have legs?
No, it's another mutant.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's 2 mutants. One at the front, one at the back.
Yeah.
Are they mutants though? Does it say?
Yeah, they're like mutant ogre things.
Yeah, but like,
Look
is
it up.
it from a race? I mean, I know it's a super old sculpt. I'm going to go look at the model right now because I'm actually really interested.
Is it an Age of Sigmar, post Age of Sigmar launch sculpt, or is it?
Yeah.
No, it's
type?
it's an old
pre.
chaos warrior sculpt, like 8th edition chaos.
So it might be one of those weird kind of things that they never kind of followed up with, that they might go back to but reinterpret a little bit, perhaps.
Oh, apparently they're they're Formians. I really want to know.
Formori?
about this now. Formorians.
Formorians. Yeah, Formorians.
Do you know what
That's-
they are?
that's another mythical creature that Games Workshop have nicked. I think they're like Irish demons
They
in
are.
mythology or something.
Fomorians are supernatural race in Irish mythology. They're often portrayed as hostile and monstrous beings who come from under the sea or the earth. Later, they were portrayed as giants and sea raiders. They are the enemies of Ireland's first settlers and opponents of the Tuatha De Danann, the other supernatural race in Irish mythology. However, their relationship with the Tuatha De is complex, and some of their members intermarry and have children. The Fomorians have thus been likened to Jotnar from Norse mythology. So the Jotnar are the ice giants, I think.
Yeah, Jotun.
The Jotun. Oh, okay. So they're Irish Jotun. Wow.
So often a lot of orcs end up being kind of inspired aesthetically from that in sort of a lot of mythology and stuff. Like they end up being that weird kind of goblinoid style creature, tends to be from that kind of Fomori description and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting the races, and like I know like a lot of like fantasy obviously steals from mythology of the past, which is fine. Like, it doesn't stress me out at all. But it's fun when like you get like something that just kind of like springs up, which is like Grogu. Is that his name?
Yeah.
The little fella. Like, you know, that's a race now to us in our like.
I think it's the race is a baby Yoda race. That's what the parents shout. Do you have any of the baby Yoda?
Yeah, apparently Favreau actually came out and said is like you can call him Baby Yoda. Like we don't actually care if you call him Baby Yoda or by his actual name. Do what you want, be happy, which is cool.
Just give them money. That's all they care about.
Yeah,
you can call it whatever you want. Just give me your money.
Hey,
also,
Merry
Hogmar
Christmas.
in the chat is like upset at your pronunciations of all those Norse names. It sounds.
Oh, Donaldinho. Listen. If you're still listening to this show, you know I can't pronounce anything. Yeah, I'm English. Yeah, what hair? What's this
Aluminum.
word here? Curie?
Aluminum.
Aluminium is exactly how you say it. Yeah, I loved it when Jim last night was like, "That's a whole fucking sentence you've just said." That was great. Merry Christmas, Gilly. Hey, Donaldinho. Merry Christmas to you. Big love. Donaldinho is a Fomorian. But he is. He might be a Fomorian, actually. I've just realised. John, you met Donald.
Well, I think he's more of a troll than a water demon.
But he's an Irish troll, so he's a Fomorian.
Maybe. He's probably the right sort of size, though, isn't he? He's not really a troll in size.
Yeah, I guess so. Joe, what did you think of today's Slaanesh reveals?
So I had played. So all my chaos is like converted to be Tzeentch because suspiciously that's the best god out of everything. And those steeds actually, like, I know you're like giving those like faces crap because like they're so cute, but also like they're like they look for like new steeds. They're pretty phenomenal. I think they're probably the best steeds that have come out in a while.
Apart from the faces, I would agree with you. They almost look Chocobo-esque,
but not, but cool.
They do. They look a bit Chocobo-esque. Do you not think?
Oh, Chocobo.
Yeah.
I had to figure out what you were talking about then.
Chocobo?
Yeah.
So you say it. Is it Chocobo? Is it Chocobo?
Potato. I don't know.
No, you don't say Chocobo. No one says Chocobo.
I say Chocobo.
So you don't, Joe, you don't think that they look like Chocobos?
I mean, kinda. I never got as super into the Final Fantasy game system. Like, I appreciate the art and like the lore and everything, but the actual game itself, I just couldn't play.
It's a disaster for you, because they were great.
Saved a lot of time in my life, actually.
Huh?
Saved a lot of like time in my life not playing those games, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, but you were never I put like my emotional like why I'm so emotionally stunted down to 2 moments in my life: watching the never-ending story and watch Atreyu lose his horse, and also the moment that Ares died. Both of those 2 moments affected me. I was like, I'll never get companionship from a woman, and I'll never get companionship from animal kind. Like, I was like, life is hell, yeah. And I never.
See, I got that from Kingdom Hearts, like losing Kairi early on, and then 15 years later, not getting a new game.
You're so fucking emo, man.
That's why I stopped trying to meet people in meet girls at churches because I knew that they'd just die.
Yeah. That's, Gregorius chant, Merry Christmas, hope you're well. Look after yourself. That leaves men, Rob. Wink. A fear of monkeys. Wink back. Check out my new shirt. So, Joe, what do you think of the actual Heat Knights release? John asked earlier, do we think it's going to be for Demons and Mortals? I think it's going to be for both.
Yeah, it's super for both because like I know like I feel like you've kind of missed it a little bit, but like with they have the Beastmen now, like Tzeentch has the Slangor, and then you also have the Mortals like Tzeentch has the Acolytes. So I think like the Acolytes and the Disc Riders were like the Disc Magister and like all that stuff was like kind of a slow drip into the Mortals of Tzeentch. Khorne obviously got a bunch of demons and like mortals at the same time, so I'm pretty sure this is just like the final like full battle tome.
Right. Okay.
And hopefully it'll not be just.
I would say if you got like this feels like it's a more complete mortals range than we necessarily have for some of the other ranges, especially Tzeentch.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So like, there's some hope that maybe we'll end up seeing a more complete kind of like Tzeentch, Khorne, and Nurgle Mortals element as well.
Well, Nurgle and Khorne both have the Mortals element, right? Like
Nurgle don't have enough. Nurgle's
enough.
Got Blight Kings, and then Flying Blight Kings. These guys have got like archers, foot dudes, horse archers, horse spearmen, heavy cavalry, a palanquin, leaders. You're talking
executioners.
Like, yeah. You've got like maybe 9 to 10 models at least that we know we're going to see. And like Blight Kings and Fly Blight Kings are great, but you want some more Nurgle stuff. So
yeah, I am curious what they're going to do with because they kind of gave Vestigor to Tzeentch with Zangor, I think, and they gave Bulgor to Slaanesh with the Blood Fiends, right, or the Slangor Blood Fiends, whatever they call them. So I'm curious on what Nurgle and Khorne will get for their like god beast relation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, Khorne I guess could get like the. I see what you're saying. So Tzeentch could get like I don't know Cygors or something because they're kind of anti-magic a bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
And every
magic hungry.
Let me just change your name on here, otherwise you're going to get ripped on all day, Joe.
What do you have it as?
Vince.
What do you have it as?
Currently, you're Vince.
Vince? Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm the what Vince is to Slaanesh is like me to Tzeentch anyway, so it's close enough.
Is that true?
Probably.
Is that just because you don't leave your state?
I have 9. I have 9 Lords of Change, including the Exalted.
9.
10
Why?
Yeah, I got too many. Bought some lots. Bought 2. I got 4 from Creature Caster. That was a lot by accident.
Oh, what, did you get the same sculpt 4 times?
Yeah, I ordered 2 on a on like one of their pledges, like when they first did their like Kickstarter, and then they sent me double, and I was like, oh, restream bot, that's rude, but also true.
It's not Restream Bot. I love that people are mad at Restream Bot. That's so funny. Hold on. Let me just add in my next caller.
Oh no!
I know.
Another one.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's fun like mashing people together.
Oh no!
Because we'll see if he's in the chat.
Oh, me twice.
I answered.
One second. Our new caller, Merry Christmas. Let me just show everyone is...
Oh no, I'm hearing you 3 times.
The Menanin Knight. It's Mr. Fantastic Guy.
Close enough.
Oh no, there's no camera.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, it's my fault. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, God. Merry Christmas. So, Joe, if you've not met Bud is an Age of Sigmar player from Canada. Near you, I think. Minnesota and Bud...
Yeah, I've been to tournaments in Minnesota before, but not for a long time. So back when they
sound like each
North
other.
Or not
North Star. North Star.
Yeah, we actually may have met. I was there.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm like 8-hour drive straight up I-29.
You guys would
So, like-
have great road trips. Like Joe would be introducing you to so much music you'd never heard of, Bud. You'd be telling him about things that live inside books, and he'd be like, "Books? What the fuck is a book?" Yeah.
This is a book.
This is a book.
Yeah, I have 2 of those.
Joe, can you stop trying to make me listen to Machine Gun Kelly? It's not good.
We don't like Machine Gun Kelly anymore. He's a pedophile. We don't talk like we don't like him.
Oh,
He's going out with
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. Oh, wanker.
I thought him and
wow.
Travis Barker were a thing. To be honest,
She's a
They
great
were really
actress,
stuck
isn't
together.
she?
She is.
He-
She's
She just could be so much better. Like
she's
regardless
such a
of
live
like how good
actress.
Oh, okay.
Bud-tastic guy, everyone. The voice of the TSN. In the
Yeah.
house. Merry Christmas, Bud. How's it going
Merry
over
Christmas. Oh, it's going great. I got a bit of weather whiplash because we had a wind chill of like minus 38 the other night, and then it's supposed to go up to like +2 today. So I don't know which wardrobe to have in the closet right now. So it's like just moving suitcases up and down. It's like, oh, this is our +5 to -5 wardrobe. So we got to put that in the closet. And oh no, it's back down to -30. It's like crazy, but it's Christmas.
Are
so that's
you going
awesome.
Fahrenheit or Celsius? Because like
I'm going Celsius, man. Okay, Fahrenheit. So it's like I don't know.
-30 is like still -30 in Fahrenheit, honestly.
Yeah. Well, minus 40 is where they meet.
Yeah.
Where they have like, hey, we're the samers.
I have no idea what's being said right now. And also,
That's-
everyone sounds like they're in an episode of Fargo, and I love it. Yeah.
I love Fargo. They have great shopping there
But
when
can
we're
you do me a
allowed across
favour?
the border. Yeah.
For
Talk about
Christmas,
jeans.
can you say Derbyshire in the chat?
Derbyshire.
Oh, actually,
Derbyshire.
To be sure, is to be sure.
That's one of my highlights from 2020, actually.
Oh yeah. What was your highlight? Tell me about it.
Oh, I mean, so much to talk about. So, can you believe 2020, Rob, is when we actually started like chatting together on a regular basis, and I started doing recording stuff. Seems like a long time ago, but it's like
But it was this year.
I know.
Insane, yeah. So Bud,
And we had so many plans.
Bud, you used to be a radio jock.
Yeah, well, radio jock implies that you're cool and play good music. So no, that wasn't me.
Can we all get some love for Bud in the chat because he's cool as fuck. Donaldinho just said, "Can we mute everyone except for Bud?"
Okay,
Seems fair to me. Yeah.
that's all right.
I'll just mute myself. Thank you.
I'll go into my news voice. Yeah. Good morning from the Eagle News Center. I'm Bud Kaler. In Winkler and Morton, it's 10 degrees. With the wind chill, it's -48. The news is brought to you by The Honest Wargamer. Do you want honest takes on wargaming that don't suck? Talk to The Honest Wargamer. He's the one for you. Our top story today, Heat Knights of Slaanesh have broken through with some new mortal models. They have lots of gold trim, which will make lots of people angry about all the painting they have to do. So you consignment painters, get your tables clear because you're going to be busy in 2021. And that's the news.
A round of applause. A round of applause. That was 11 out of 10. And also, I'm now going to describe something that I love. Instead of it being fantastic, it's just going to be Budtastic. That's going to be... Loads of love in the chat there. Bud, what do you reckon for after Christmas? You record us some infomercials because I was laughing
That's
about this. I really want to like go. And now a word from our sponsor, but instead of being like sponsored by like Raid Shadow Legends or like Spotly or whatever the fuck people are just like random non-existent wargaming paraphernalia like dice warmers.
Just like a Rage of War game, just like the Rage of Sigmar podcast.
Like that.
On.
Like that. Only
Better.
yeah.
How about like paint handles made from hockey tape?
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, loads of love in the chat. Can Bud say if it's Wednesday, it's Warhammer? Bud, steal the catchphrase.
Oh no. If it's Wednesday, it's Warhammer.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, I feel dirty saying that. It's like
What?
I'm gonna get a letter from Vince's lawyer.
He's on later. Don't worry. He's going to be so frothy about Slaanesh that he won't have time to process anything else.
Yeah, but Tom could though. Like Tom could send his lawyer, or just send Tom.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tom's the nicest guy. Like the nicest guy. Like that's the thing that makes me laugh. Like Vince is wonderful and also the nicest guy. Like they're both brilliant people. But like Vince is such a skyrocket of a human being. Like he's like a supernova, right? He just lights up wherever he is, and that's who he is as a person. I feel sorry for Tom sometimes because Tom's also like fucking finger gun cute. Like love that guy. Yeah. Like he plays Warhammer. He's like, I'm about to roll some dice. I'm so excited, and you're just like, you want to fucking cuddle him. Like he's brilliant. So he's really good, really good. Have you ever met Tom? Anyone? I know you have, Joe. What do you think of Tom? Nice guy.
Yeah, he's just a robot on the table. Like you think he's like cute, and I'm just like, the dude's just like a machine. He's like, all right, I'm gonna do this. Then he like does this whole thing, and you're like, all right, cool. And then you're just like losing for some reason. You're like, I don't know what's happening, but he's just a robot.
You've never played Dan Ford. Like that's like he doesn't scare me. You've never played Dan Ford at Age of Sigmar, who is an English guy who is hilarious. One of my favorite people to ever play Warhammer against because he's like this. I'm going to move this here. This is 6 inches away. Do you know that? And you're like, yes, I do. Yeah, so intense. Like, it's so intense. And he's like, this is a 7. Can you see that? Yes, it's a 7. And you play him and you're like, is this guy a dickhead? Like, what am I, what is going on? I feel so... And then you realise, or then you find out that Dan's job is he is an explosive demolition expert. Yeah? And then you're like, it all makes so much sense because he's like, this is the red wire. Do you know this is the... Yes. Clarity that I know that is that. Thank you. So like everything makes sense. Once you put that in context, you're like, that's very specific.
That's just his whole personality right there.
That's him making sure you don't die. Yeah.
So what you're saying is he lives by intent instead of playing by intent, right? He's like, no, this is like exactly how it's supposed to be.
He's
That's
very
funny.
serious. So how's your Christmas going, bud?
Oh, it's going pretty good. I had my 10-minute family gathering yesterday where my parents drove an hour and a half out to drop off our Christmas meal and presents, and then we all stood in the entrance of the house with masks on for a couple minutes and said, "This kind of sucks, but we're doing the right thing," and then they went home.
Oh, do you miss them? You would normally spend Christmas with them.
Oh yeah, like so at Christmas time, like my brother and his family are in Pennsylvania, so obviously they haven't been able to come to Canada since
March.
I think it was March. They closed the border, so usually they come out in the summer and at Christmas. So I haven't seen my brother in almost a year, which is the longest I've ever gone without seeing him. So yeah. That kind of blows. So normally we'd be at my parents for like 4 days. And my nephews are fun. They're like 9 and 11 right now. So I'll play Kill Team with them and Star Wars X-Wing, and we'll play Underworlds. So yeah. But
well, don't worry. It probably will be sorted by next Christmas.
Yep.
So, which is good, and so I'm sorry about that. But at least you get to be here and hang out.
Yep,
Totally.
absolutely.
Silver lining and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday's show, I was in and out yesterday's show, but so I saw when Jim was on, and then Vince had just joined the show, and then Jim and Vince were talking. And Rob, I could tell you were sitting there and you were just like, this is the best thing ever.
What, because I didn't have to do any work?
Well, because when those guys were talking, like it was just, oh man, that was broadcasting magic happening right there.
Those two. Yeah, they were just on fire. They were just chatting away, having a great time. And I was like, this is sweet. The audience is happy. I'm painting my models. Everyone's happy. Yeah. That's all I care about. So yeah, it was pretty fun. And Jim's a skyrocket, isn't he? He's great.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy, it was a good time. It was a good show. Today's fun as well. I'm enjoying today just as much. I've got some revels.
Okay.
That's a revelation.
So what did you think of the reveal earlier, bud?
It's not bad. I mean, I'm not a big Slaanesh guy. The models look cool. I'm definitely more like hardcore Zinch, so that's why I wanted to get on with Joe. Because Joe's awesome. Yeah. I only have one Lord change. I don't have 9. So like I have a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you feel like there's any advice you'd like to ask Joe about? Because Joe's at least the 4th best Zinch player in Manitoba or
Minnesota.
Minnesota,
Specifically
Manitoba.
in the district he's in.
Yeah, specifically, that's an ITC joke, by the way, but it was fun.
Oh. That is kind of funny. So, Joe, are Zinch Mortals ever going to be good?
So last year, actually, with the previous book, I ran a double Witchfire Coven list with the old Fate Master and double Gaunt Summoner, and went 4-1, losing only to another slow, another Zinch player who was slow playing pretty much the whole event. But yeah, so we lost to him, and he had almost nothing left. So that was the old book. The new one, I have looked at the double Witchfire Coven list. But a lot of it's just like, if you're gonna do it, it's gonna be like 100, 120 Carrick Acolytes, and then add in your like the characters that you like. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to look at. I think there's still some play in the Slangor stuff, but it's a lot of it revolves around Host Arcanum. I know me and Rob here love the Host Arcanum. Like, it's the best host out of all of them. So.
Yeah.
Even then, like, even when you're with the battalions that like, or the factions that use mortals, you're probably still just doing Horse Arcanum anyway.
Yeah.
Just because shutting down tech lists. I think
that's the biggest problem, right? Like, in order to get yourself like an actual mortal list for Zinch, it's just a shit ton of Carrick Acolytes. Hey, Datalist, Merry Christmas, and Madara, thanks for subscribing. First time. Woohoo! Welcome to the team.
Whoops.
Yeah, like, you got to get yourself... Host Arcanum is my jam, and it's all of our jams at this point. Like, it's a full pot of jam. It's a deli of jams, and marmalades. It's so good. Yeah, I think the bigger problem is you've got to get, like, a lot of Carrick Acolytes, and as much as, like, a completely naked army of, like, swole buff bots is right up my street. It, like, can anyone be bothered? Like...
I've painted 120 of them.
Yeah, and how was that awful?
Yeah, it was nice having it was nice having something that was not the same model over and over again. But the one lady Carrick Acolyte from the Underworld Warband. Nice. You have like one lady one, and then 119 other dudes.
Well, and the Underworld's one doesn't have nearly as much gold trim as the ones that come in the box.
Yeah, it's a lot better of a pose too. Like they just look nicer.
Yeah.
The one thing though, the one event that I've played in this year, it was at a GT, and I had all my opponents actually sign the inside of the cover.
Oh.
And I plan on doing that with the rest of my events when we can finally go to events again.
Yeah, I've done something like that.
That's quite a cool idea. Have someone sign your battle tome or your codex when you play them.
Yeah. Well, Rob, do you remember this?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So when I traveled to Ottawa, like, I couldn't bring a display board along, so I painted a background for my squig army, and then I got people to sign it, and Rob and Scrivo were there.
Oh no, did I sign it with my like fucking child?
You did.
Handwriting?
There's I don't know if you can see Scrivo's.
Don't out me. Don't out me.
Where are you? No, you wrote the nicest thing. Oh, you have great. Rob, I deal with grade 7s all day. So I think you're right.
How old's a grade 7?
12?
Yeah, I write like a 12-year-old is what you just told me.
Yeah, me too. It's embarrassing having to write on the board, and kids are like, "Mr. Kaler, is that a U or a V?" Look at the word.
Look at the word, you
The word is
child.
transmutation. It's not transmutation.
That's because of modern rock bands changing all their letters like that, because it's a cool thing to do.
That's right.
Like that band,
The clothing,
Virtues.
the clothing brand Black Scale. Also, the A is a V. It's good.
Oh,
Say that again, Jeff.
There's a clothing brand that also switches like the A to a V in all their like words that they use.
No one needs cool guy things. That's what I think.
well, I mean, the Russians, the B is the V sound, and the C is the S sound, and
I'm very excited
some
about
Russians
going
in
and
the
playing
class.
Warhammer in Russia. Like, I know, obviously, to a Canadian and an American, that's pretty scary for you because obviously you think that they're trying to steal your election and or like invade. So
I've been there for. I spent 3 months in Russia 1 year.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's quite a long time. So you weren't really rushing. You weren't really rushing the trip.
No, I wasn't rushing my way through.
Oh, dear God.
and when I was done, I went to Finland, and I was Finnish.
Oh, nice with your trip. Brilliant. Well done, bud. Love it.
Thanks.
What did you do in Russia?
I was working at children's camps, so I was working with kids.
Like the breeding ones, or just like the education ones?
You mean like goats?
No, they have like
Juveniles.
they've got a really low population growth rate in Russia. So like several years ago, they started to organize camps where they would marry young and push the idea of having lots and lots of children.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
So not
It was
that camp.
It was 1994.
'Cause I've worked at those camps. I was just wondering which one is my point. I was just like, maybe we saw each other.
Yeah, it's close to Sochi, right on the Black Sea.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't at that camp.
Okay. What is that? What is that, Scrivo?
It's my
Mauler
dog.
fiend.
The Mauler
Or
fiend.
dog.
Ruff, 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 ruff.
Merry Christmas, Sean Kate. Well, hope you're well. Hope you're well.
It's 40K, but it's
Yeah,
it's 40K
I know.
shenanigans.
But he got mad at me when I was painting Zeech and called me a heretic. So, is that for your Dark Angels army there?
Yes. That's not the first time
Nice.
I've had that joke made to me.
No,
so,
I know,
well done.
I know. I have 3,000 points of Dark Angels sitting on my shelf here. So,
They're not painted bone white. It's the dust on the models, isn't it?
Do you guys get upset? Do you guys get upset when people make that same like Dark Angel joke all over the time, or does
yeah,
like
it's dumb.
Because it's so overdone. It's like someone going, "Her Magnus did nothing wrong." It's like, "Oh, well done. You're just spouting something at me. Let's have an actual conversation instead, or make a funny joke."
Well, I think the fact that you don't like it is what makes me smile so much. Like so.
Yeah, it's fun to trigger people.
Yeah.
Oh wow, the Queen just gave a shout out to Honest Wargamer in her Christmas speech.
Oh, you can take that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Hi Tina.
Hey, Rob says hi. Come say hi.
Hi Tina. Merry.
Hey,
Merry
there.
Christmas. That's Bud's
Yeah.
wife Tina. Yeah, she's lovely.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
Merry-
brought
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
she brought me coffee.
See, that's the true Queen. Yeah, like, forget
That's true love.
Forget Queen
That's right.
Elizabeth. Yeah,
Elizabeth,
Queen Tina.
she comes second place.
Huh?
The Queen comes second place to that one.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently, I'm getting a knighthood in the New Year's honours. Nice, deserved, absolutely deserved. But I didn't want to bang on about it. But I've been quite upset I didn't get an OBE because they gave fucking Jimmy Savile one, and I'm like, fucking come on, I'm better than that guy. Yeah,
Only just, Rob. Only just.
come on.
When are you getting? Speaking of awards, Rob, when are you getting the Warhammer Anti-Hero Award?
Don't
The
tell anyone that
Warhammer
I own-
Anti-Hero.
I own WarhammerAntihero.com as a URL. So if anyone's a website designer out there and wants to design me a very quick Warhammer Anti-Heroes Award website, which would be great, then we can start giving those awards out. Hosted, of course, by Joe Pagano and
Oh, fuck.
Jacob Berry.
True anti-hero. See, Jacob Berry's not an anti-hero because he's just so kind and lovely. So we need like another like.
Until you talk about the ITC like you, then he just goes off the wall. I suppose Joe kind of does too.
It's not my fault. It's a
Joe
terrible idea.
doesn't care about the ITC.
I saw someone in a Facebook group the other day say this. I was playing against my friend the other day, who's the 4th best ranked custodies player in our state, and I thought, you are insane. Like, to write that, genuinely write that, to even know that, like, you turn to the table like, I play my custodies, but I might want to warn you, I'm I'm the 4th best in my state. It's like, who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a fuck ever? Like, Darren doesn't come on the show and do the list diary show. He's like, all right, by the way, multiple ETC wins. In fact, probably never lost a game. Like, he just goes, all right, I love Warhammer. Here's my dogs. One time, I accidentally caught my mum and dad having sex, shouted horsey, horsey. Like, just worlds apart. Yeah.
But Rob, I'm defined by the fact that I was the 16th best Death Skulls player in 2019. Exactly. It means so much. It defines me as a person.
Already, I zoned out as soon as you started saying
I was the 8th best
Exactly.
Gloomspite player in Canada in 2019.
Because
the only one.
No, there were 11. There were 11.
Oh wow!
Are you guys only playing Gloomspite? Is that like there's Dayton playing Fleshy Records, and then just everyone else plays like Gloomspite in Canada? Is that how it works?
I think so. Just all the bad players. No, I mean, Gloomspite was so much fun. Like, that was Christmas 2 years ago. That was glorious. Christmas morning, and then you hit the video, and it's like, the bad moon spoke to me once, and I was just like, oh, it was a Christmas miracle.
Why didn't they do one of those videos this time? They could have had some real fun with that.
Because they're shit now.
Rob, that's what you were saying, right? Like, and like that's what I wanted for the Zinch release. I was like, I want that video, but for Zinch, I don't care about anything else. Like, I don't care about the models, I don't care about nothing. I just want one of those videos.
Those videos are the bomb biggity. Like,
they're
like,
so cool.
They make me want to dance. Like, I agree with you guys. Yeah, like when that came out, it was like the bad moon spoke to me. Everyone was like losing their shit. They just don't know how to present things. I can give some quick insight here. It's because literally only one person in the entire company makes those videos, and she's incredibly talented, and they should pay her millions of pounds. But they don't, and they're incredibly bad at their jobs. So, just gonna say that out loud right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I met her when I visited last time, and yeah, she's like super cool. So and very very good at her job.
Yeah, like honestly, probably directly worth like a percentage of the Games Workshop market share for all gaming is those videos, in my opinion. Reminds me of when I played the best Necron player in Europe on Rob's stream. Tank. So that's a good point. Tank brings up an amazing. So Tank played Tau at an event last January. Yeah, in 8th edition 40k. We had him on the stream, lovely fella. Yeah, and he played against a lady who was the best Necron player in Europe at the time. Best Necron player in Europe. And this is what he did. He turned 1, deleted her whole army. Yeah. And then that was the end of the stream. That was the end of the whole stream. Yeah. Right.
Forgot about that.
That's a you bad, Rob. That's a you. You knew that was gonna happen.
No, because we had a lady on who's also the best at Necron. So like everyone was like fucking how incredible was that? It's like, okay, yeah, great story.
And they looked really good as well.
And they looked really good. And Tank just fucking like turned Wanda. Like, just everything came off the board. And then she had something left. She was like, I guess I'll try a charge at his castle, which then just one-shot that whatever that was off the board. It was hilarious. It was like, you know when you watch like the videos and you're like, this guy gets slapped for being rude or something. And you're like, I can't wait to see it happen. But the reverse, it was horrific. Yeah. You're like closing your eyes and like, God, don't do that.
Was there any thought like, oh, Tau versus old edition Necrons, this could be good?
Everyone around me said it could be good.
Oh.
What can I do? Like,
okay.
Like I'm not like the king. I'm like, you know, everyone, like
what?
People make suggestions.
Oh, you're just a knight.
There is often a discussion around it, and
there is. John, you're there a lot of the time, aren't you?
So that one, I think that was early-ish into the tournament as well. So it was trying to showcase armies that you normally wouldn't see on the stream as well. And it's like, well, if we're going to see Necrons on the table, we may as well see the best that they can be, and it wasn't that good. The elastic band covered Tau kicked them in.
Yeah, yeah. It's so funny because sometimes you just like, and you also can't guarantee that players are going to play how you think they're going to play as well. Like you get 2 matches and you're like, right, okay, this is going to be sweet, and then one of them just YOLOs their army in, and you're like, oh no, don't do that. That's not the future. Anyway, but I mean, those sorts of games are fun as well, because you can take the piss out of them, and they become legendary. in their
And
own
it's
right.
and it's a good discussion point of like, this is what's wrong with this actual book. It needs to be fixed by them, at least giving them something to kind of deal with these sorts of situations.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like we could.
And then
also,
there's
like,
Sylvaneth.
Yeah, then there's Sylvaneth. But then I feel
You
like we
just
could
can't
just do
fix
it.
that.
I feel like we could do it the
Stop
other
it.
way as well, right? We could like really egg on. It's like the Tower of the Necrons. They sign up, and you're like, okay, the Necrons are fucked, and everyone in the chat's like, I'll give them a chance. Like, no. And then every time you want, it's like, yes, die. Everyone that dies, you're like, die. Like, you're like, I told you. I fucking told you.
Wow. Don't knock your table over.
Rob flips the table and
I'm out of here.
You just get so excited. You're like, you really see someone get crushed. This is brilliant. Go on.
I mean, I hosted a tournament this summer, and I also played in it, but I didn't win, so I wasn't GW.
Jeez.
But when I was handing out the awards, and then
did you go 3-0 though?
No, no, definitely not. I went 1-3. I called an army overpowered or something, and somebody was yelling like, "Yeah, bud, well, you played Tzeentch," and I was like, "I'm the guy who lost to Sylvaneth." And I felt bad because, I mean, the guy who played Sylvaneth was a really nice guy, and he was a pretty good player. And I just trashed his army right there. But yeah, the Sylvaneth hate is real.
I had 2 games back to back at Adepticon, the last one that happened, and then Nova. Both of my first round opponents with Old Book Tzeentch were Sylvaneth, and I was like, I'm sorry to the both of you. Like, this is a GT, and like, I feel really bad. This is your first GT in a while, so
yeah.
And I apologize to start this off.
If you're going to a GT like that, though, with the Sylvaneth army, and that's like when I went to Ottawa with my Squigalanche, I knew I didn't have a strong army, and that those first 2 games could be really rough. Like the guy who played first game was running Feck with double Terrorgeists, and I knew it was like, and he ended up like 3rd in the tournament. But like, I mean, as you as a player, it's all in how you play that game and how you go with it.
Yeah.
So
because you go with an expectation, right? You won't go in there going, right, I'm going to go 5-0 this event. It was more, I'd like to win at least half of them type of thing. You kind of frame your own expectations, so then you're not disappointed. Yeah. You know you're going to have a shit 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, and he was a great guy to play against too. Like, he had a lot of fun as well. And he wasn't a dick about like, oh, I'm just gonna plow through you, and yeah, watch this. My Terrorgeist is gonna like eat up 80 of your models right now. It's all. Yeah, it did. I killed one of them, and then he got a little miffed, and then didn't let me roll a dice again that game. But you know, hashtag small victories, right?
That's all you need.
I just like to kneel. Yeah, hey, that Terrorgeist, I killed it. I put it under my thumb and I squished it. So I probably deserved it, you know. But Rob knows now what a great gamer I am and how tactical I am and stuff.
You are. Listen, playing you is an experience. That's all that matters. Yeah.
Oh, you guys did Tabletop Simulator this week, didn't you?
We did.
We had a great time. That's all.
Did
Bud
last longer than Val?
He did last longer than Val.
There we go. You're the better Canadian. There we go.
That's right.
If that helps you out.
That's right. Me and Jim Vessel, the new co-hosts of the 40K Jason show.
Would pay to see it. I would like another regular Canadian show. I don't have enough regular Canadian shows. Me and Joe played Warhammer once. That was a good time, eh, Joe?
We did.
Yeah,
you made my Skyfires movement 4 because reasons.
Oh, that's rough.
Listen, like, that's before the days when you could just make stuff not move at all. Like, I was such a gentleman.
Yeah, right. Yeah. At least I could move, right?
You could move, yeah, just not very fast.
And be grateful that you could.
Yeah. I do love playing Warhammer. It's so much fun, right? Like, I can't wait to get back to it when it's all back and good. Although TTS is pretty good. Joe, have you not done any? Have you been doing any TTS, or is that not your bag?
I have the whole isolation thing has been like killing my drive to like reach out for games. So
Okay.
it's been so just like I have it set up. I just like getting to it on a daily basis is like my sleep schedule's all messed up. Actually talking to people is rough, so I'm just like, yeah, I'll get to it.
Okay, I know you've been drinking a lot of hot chocolates with marshmallows in, listening to Medina Lake by the sunset. I get you. I hear where you're at. Like, and that's okay. Like, it's COVID.
Yeah.
Like, you're allowed to, but it's Christmas today, so I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've got a Christmas shirt on. I've not mentioned it yet, but
Do you?
nice Christmas shirt. Look at this.
It
for
is.
Christmas. Apparently, if you don't wear new clothes on Christmas, a cat eats you in Iceland. So fucking glad I prepared myself.
I'm gonna
Holy
get
cow!
even.
Oh, I got new slippers. There we go.
Oh, nice. Very furry. Nice.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Cozy.
yeah.
keep my toesies warm here in the basement.
You really have nothing to look forward to as an adult man when you get gifts off people, do you anymore? Like,
Yeah, I knew we decided that we were gonna order slippers for all of us.
Yeah.
I generally know what I'm getting because I tell people. Like with my mom, normally she's like, I don't know what to get you. I was like, I'll go to Amazon, I'll have it shipped to your house, just wrap it up, and I'll act surprised when I open it.
that's cute. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know I was getting any presents. So when I met my friend last night, I got this off my friend's daughter. So it's probably the happiest I've ever going to be. Like, and I'm going to like give her my phone number, and if there's like a bully at her school, I'm going to slap every kid in the school, like every single fucking one. I'm like, fucking leave her alone.
With sticks, right? You're gonna get
I've seen
news.
I saw a
Nottingham.
YouTube video.
Merry Christmas, MJ
Oh.
Pixies. Hope to see you later. Go on, what are you saying? Hello?
Joe,
What do you guys? No. What,
Oh
Joe, did you...
no, I just saw there's a YouTube video of some dude smacking a whole bunch of people in the face, and that's just gonna be Rob.
Yeah.
Like if he's ever bullied.
Yeah, that's gonna be me. So are you
Hey,
guys
I've-
gonna? Oh, go on, bud.
I have another question for Joe. I'm going to be
Mhm.
optimistic. So, if there are events this summer, are there good events to go to in Minnesota?
So Renegade is gonna be one of the bigger ones, and that's in the that's kind of towards Thanksgiving time frame, like November.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you can make it there, it's one of the bigger AOS events in Minnesota, if not the biggest. And then, as I doubt SpringCon will happen because that'll probably be too early. But but usually SpringCon and Renegade are kind of the two. And then there might be a team events. Like what the local TLs were trying to do was do like a spring singles, a like summer doubles, and then a fall singles again.
Yeah, but
So,
there's no way
like-
you can book. There's no way you guys can book anything for spring.
No, correct. Yeah. So at best we'd have a team event in the summer, and then in the fall there'd be a singles event.
Okay.
So, yeah, we almost had the singles event this year, and then we got another severe lockdown the day before. So,
Yeah.
I would be not to make you responsible for everything, Joe, because it's definitely not your fault. But I would be like very loath in America, like the USA specifically, to run any events before or plan to even attend an event before summer.
Yeah.
Because that's wild. I know the UK's also got lots of issues as well, but again, I'm not having a conversation about organising anything. So,
right.
like I feel like no, I don't want to bring that up. I was going to say, Joe, how do you feel about like what's going on? Like, because there've been events through the whole of COVID, right, over in the US. You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah.
'Cause that's
Yeah, it's been kind of a hot topic locally. Because I know I've gone to one, but from my point of view, for me is I live alone and like I don't have any no significant others, no pets. Like I can I'll just quarantine for 14 days after I get back. Like that, like me existing on my own is like my own thing. But there's been other events that have had like 120 plus 40K players all in the same room. It's like regardless of how big the room is, like that's just like terrifying. Like if an event's like 10 people, as long as the space is big enough, like and you all are wearing masks and everything, like it's fine. But the events that were like pushing 100 plus people, it's just unrealistic. It's not good when you're packing a store full of 12 people, half of them are like deniers and not wearing masks and like not washing their hands or whatever. Like it's just there's some give and take, and a lot of people would just rather take than they would give like in equal parts, right? And it's like I get you want to play, I want to still play. Like I've got 20,000 points of Zinch waiting to be used again, but it's just at the same time, it's like if like we all have to wait, right? Like unless we're all going to be healthcare workers and get our like vaccines early, you gotta you gotta wait or you gotta be safe.
Yeah, that's it. That's just kind of where I'm at. Like and Merry Christmas, Eba. Hope you're well, baby. Merry Christmas to you all. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't want to like make this about like the pity party that is what's going on in the USA, because that's rough, and I feel really sorry for you and obviously everyone else as well. But I've been.
Yeah, you guys have to watch this stuff from like afar. Like that's just gotta suck.
Well, especially when you know your friends are out there. That's rough. Yeah. Like, you know, and also like, yeah, it's just tough. I want everyone to be okay. Is the easiest thing. Yeah. And obviously running events right now is obviously the stupidest thing anyone could do, especially
like I've got friends who are losing people. Like there's people that are like that are, you know, passing on due to COVID, the people that are passing on due to mental reasons, like from all of this stuff. And if we just like actually took care of each other, like we could have all made it through this and then moved on, right?
Anyway, yeah.
And the intent of my question is, I don't know when I'll ever get to talk to Joe Cryer again. So he's here.
I'm on Facebook a lot.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll find you on Facebook. But it's like
whatever.
but like Minneapolis, like that was back when North Star ran. That was a place where it was probably the closest drive for a large tournament. Because in Winnipeg, we used to have like Warhammer Fantasy. We'd get 30, 35 player tournaments, which was a pretty big deal, but no multi-day tournaments. And North Star, that was my chance to like, wow, okay, this is a huge group of gamers, like, and amazing people, amazing armies.
Oh
like
man,
it was fun.
Those, and some of the local painters are insane. Like they don't post anything online, and they just like chill in their house and paint models, and you're just like, stop that. Like they show up to the event with this brand new army, and you're like, oh my god, like I can't. Yeah. Like that looks like it's airbrushed, but you painted that with the hand. They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, like I'll just go home.
Well, like Chris Braska used to live in Winnipeg, and I played him at a Winnipeg tournament. That's where I first met him. Yeah, and then I saw him down in Minneapolis, and it was like, he's a great painter and a great guy to play against too.
He's just a good dude to like talk to, just just hang out and chill with. Like he's just a good dude.
I love that 8-hour drives are not scary for you guys, and they're like horrific.
It's because we actually get somewhere. Like
Rob, I've driven to Minneapolis to fly to Baltimore because the flights were cheaper in Minneapolis than they were in Grand Forks.
Oh, that happens a lot. Yeah, it happens a lot.
That's too much for me personally.
Oh no, it's fun.
See, like it's kind of funny because like a 3-hour drive in LA, like Los Angeles, is like 2 to 5 miles because there's just so much traffic. But then like an 8-hour drive in Minnesota gets you all the way to Kansas. Like it's just insane. But also Minnesota is.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. I just want to say, can I just say a big Merry Christmas to Dayton and his family? Merry
Christmas to Dayton. We're on the big screen apparently.
Merry Christmas to Dayton and his family.
I don't want my face on the screen during Christmas, but I appreciate you. And he makes great soup. I don't know if I've told you about him before, but he cooks like amazing food for vegetarian.
Great. So that soup you'd say was super.
Yeah.
Good work, John. Good work.
You're amazing. I love you, Scrivo.
And you said I'm on Facebook too much.
You sound like it. Right, so have you guys got any plans for Bud? You got any plans for any new armies next year, or is that's not in the pipeline at the minute?
Well, Tina came and sat down while I was painting here yesterday, and then she's like, well, how many models do you have to paint? And then I said, well, open that cupboard door over there. And she's like, are those all boxes you haven't opened?
All in shrink wrap, right?
I was like, some of them, yeah. I was like, maybe. No, not really. I need to finish my Thousand Suns army. So I definitely want to get some more Scarab Cult Terminators. Maybe another Mutilith Vortex Beast, much
They
to
are
the
great.
chagrin of lots of people. Yeah, like those are.
They're so good
Like-
when you deploy them.
I love that. I love that sorcerer you did. Like, is that a conversion or is that one of the aspiring or exalted sorcerer?
It is the old legs, old head. I think it might be one of the it's one of the newer heads, and then the cloak is from the kit that had the plastic 30K arm on it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, from
I love that.
from Ways staff is from the exalted sorcerer kit. I've got like 15K of Thousand Suns too, and then like 20K of AOSC and shit. Stupid.
Still
Nice.
working on this guy.
Yep. That looks like the TTS models I have of them.
Oh yeah.
Question for you guys.
Yeah.
Why is
If they were gonna do a new faction, completely new this year for Age of Sigmar or 40K, what would you like it to be? So
Take
completely quite a
Take a
selfish
moment.
thing.
Don't rush. Twitch chat, we're throwing you in on that one as well. I want
Does-
everyone in the chat.
So obviously,
Does,
new
does
armies
Malerian-
can be a rehash, obviously, can't they?
Yeah. I was gonna say, does like Malerian and the Shadow Elves count?
Oh
I'd
my
say
god,
so.
it did not count. Jesus.
Fine. All right. I'll come up with a different one. 'cause
Especially if
that's
you're
what I
going to
want,
paint them
but
as the Black Parade, Joe. We don't need that.
When
They
I
would
was
be great.
a young elf,
young
my
boy.
soul was in Slaanesh's body until I was freed for all.
I take it back. Can Rob do accents instead of sing?
Oh yeah. Come on, we want Jamaican Scragrot.
No, I want Sungrots. Jamaican Scragrot. Hey man, you need to look at the bad moon. It come across and slap at the base. You
Oh,
slap
yeah,
at
the
the
bad
base
moon on
and
a
you see the
stick.
bad moon.
The bad moon on a stick. It give you a mortal wound. You a
He give
mortal
you a
wound.
mortal wound. He give you a mortal wound. We go home and we
Yeah.
have some food. You're
We got the
crazy.
light of the bad moon.
I just have all these feelings.
That's actually the best accent I think I do. Better than my French.
That's
Really,
That's my
I
all-time favorite
just-
Honest Wargamer show, by the way.
Which one?
The one where you and Nathan went over all the war scrolls for the new Gloomspite book.
Oh, what? And Nathan was reading them.
I don't remember. Yeah, Nathan was reading them, and then you were like going crazy. It's like, what? Scragrot? He's 2-cast wizard, and you were going nuts. And now, obviously, we see Scragrot wasn't maybe quite as strong as you thought he was.
No, he is. He's still really good. It's just everything around him is rubbish. Like
Oh,
they don't
okay.
have like basically the
Jaws
Gloomspite
of
Kids
Mark
book.
is super good though.
No, I don't agree, but that's fine. We can have different opinions.
He's just being
The-
honest.
Yeah. The thing is they basically are missing at least two. They're missing 2 layers of buffs. So they don't have an allegiance ability, which is pretty big. Let's look at Idneth. They have always strikes first for like ever, whatever. Yeah, and you can't shoot them. OBR, like ridiculous. Like there's a whole bunch of good, like Destiny dice is an allegiance ability. So they don't have that level of power. Take that out. Then they have no sub-faction bonuses. None. So they don't have Hagnar or Futhwan or Mortis Praetorians or like pick a thing. They don't have any of that. So you take that out. And then most of their keywords don't interact with each other. It's hilarious. They're poor bastards, is all I think
Yep.
when I think of the Gits book. But
Oh,
they're so great. But Scragrot's still good, man. If Scragrot had those 2 layers of buff above him, I think he'd be great. Also, Nathan won a tournament with Grots this year, so I'm just saying all the Grots players suck. And
Wait, was that a Squigalanche list or was it a Grot heavy list?
it was none. It was a Spore Nado list, which no one else in the world has ever run. Yeah, which is a D6-inch range spell put through a Balewind on a vortex, or on a Balewind through a vortex. No one else has done that, so because you shouldn't, because it's only for the realm of the damned. So Joe, what did you say? You want Malarian? To answer Script's question.
Yeah. And back during just before the end times happened, I decided that like I play fantasy games because I love dragons a lot. So I should probably have a dragon army. So I was gonna make this like 1,500 points of dragon leaders in the old like end times like rules, and have like basically like, bare minimum like troops and a whole bunch of dragons. And then Malekith, then the Kane book came out, Ascended Malekith, and I was like, that's it. And then I got the twins. the Twilight Sisters on Wood Elf Dragon. I put that in a list, and I ran bare minimum troops. I brought that to Adepticon with a giant like Russian model dragon that's like $200 and was like 6 feet tall, and I was like, this is my life right now. And I painted everything grayscale, and I was like having just like a great old time. And then no more Malekith, and I was like, well, no more dragons. I guess I'll just be sad in my life right now until that comes back out.
So what do you want, John? In the chat, I want to see New Zealand's army in 40k. Maybe something with Leonid and Polynesian cultural base, says W.
So like cat people.
Cat people?
So cat people with Polynesian touch. That sounds interesting, right? So something a bit different.
What, like Kaijit? Is that right?
Khajiit?
Oh, like from Skyrim?
Yeah, Khajiit.
Khajiit.
Yeah.
Khajiit.
Yeah. Khajiit?
That could be quite cool, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
I'd
wares. If you have
I'd like them to explore kind of the Tau Auxiliary. So as a new thing that you can do on its own, the other alien races. So kind of you soup up all these weird little alien kind of like
the
have a
Vested
kit.
babies. Have you seen them?
Who?
There was
Yeah.
the like those egged like Vespid babies that were on the
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So like imagine like
preliminary.
Regiments of the Renown, but 40k aliens. You've got every unit's really different. Just to me that sounds exciting and interesting. And then you could soup them in with normal Tau perhaps. Something like that would be cool.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just to explore the visuals rather than just being here's yet more Tau,
See, I
here's
need
yet
to still
more
explore
Imperial.
the armies that are out now. Like Lilith is getting a new model, and I don't know anything
Yeah.
about Lilith. So I want to learn like what's she up to? What's her bag, man? What's her like drive? Yeah. So like,
What's your
I get it.
motivation?
Yeah, well, yeah, I do. I want to see some of that stuff. I wrote myself a little project actually that I want to do actually next year. So the competitive things in a game, I'm hoping this will really help with commentary as well. So when something's really competitive in a game, so if you take Age of Sigmar, then obviously like Skinks or Croak or I don't know, pick a thing, right? Doesn't matter. But then like really, so instead of having to learn the narrative in super detail for every faction in every unit in every game, just kind of like be really prescient on like what's good right now, like Plasma Inceptors in 40k. Just kind of like read anything that I can find about Plasma Inceptors, or maybe how plasma weapons are done. So when they like deploy on the board during like a comp game, like I'll have all this like narrative knowledge, and instead of having to learn everything about every Space Marine ever, just have those kind of things to hand. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So like I won't learn about Lilith now, but if she ends up being like particularly powerful in the game, then that'll be something I'll go read up about, because I think that'll be fun. Because some stuff you don't have to bother reading about, because you never need to know. Like all the new Mortal Slaanesh stuff looks awesome, but if none of it's good and only the Palaquin and Sigvald, I'll just read what their story is. Like, not read what their story is, because I'll read the whole thing, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Swat up, so you've got like instant recall of what the thing is.
Well, like, well, kind of like old school, like the Flamers of Zinch lore, where like as they would shoot you, little like droplets of fire would fall out and like become little mimics of the thing that they were shooting at, and they would just be like laughing as they're on fire, but they're like mimicking you as you're like screaming to death. Feel like that, same thing.
Yeah, same thing, but they don't have that anymore, because they don't. That used to be a rule that was represented, right? With the addition, a 4+ would be a D3, but they don't have that anymore. So, like, Yeah. And also,
so
like,
joke's on you.
Exactly, like Pink Horrors, they fire flickering flames, and I'm like, well, but what is the flickering flame? Is it magic? Is it like, what is it? Is the question. Bud, any thoughts?
Yeah.
Well, I would say magic is implied with the fact that you have a demonic being, and what else are they going to create? They're not going to create actual real fire, so you have to read into what is being told to you. We're using inferences, as the cool kids say in our English language arts program for grade 7.
Oh, big shout out to Darren from Canhammer, or Karen from Danhammer. Oh shit!
Rob's guardian angel.
Yeah, the heart resetter. One of my. I think that's why
guardian
there's
angel,
always
heart resetter. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why there's so many people. I hope he's with the OG Charlotte. Charlotte, my buddy from Canada, who's Darren's daughter. Hi, Charlotte. Hope you're well. I'm really hoping she can hear. And if she can't hear, this is what I'm doing now. I'm shouting out kids. So get ready. I also want to shout out to Atreyu and Kyan Skywalker, yeah, who are Dayton's kids, by the way. Dayton's kids are called Atreyu and Kyan Skywalker. Merry Christmas. That's what we're doing now.
Atreyu.
Third time, yeah.
Can I tell you one of my
Hi, buddy.
ideas for?
I think I actually have to go for now, but I might be back later if you're free.
Merry Christmas, Joe. See
Merry
you
Christmas,
later.
Joe.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye.
Okay, go on. What was you saying, bud?
So, you know about Man Who Reads Book, right?
I do.
Okay, but
arguably,
he only
I
reads...
named him such, but that's not.
Oh, yeah.
That's none of my affair.
No. You can take credit for that.
Thank you.
But he only reads the War Scrolls. What if there was Man Who Read Lore?
Well, there
from the
are
Battle
lore YouTubers.
No. But is there a man who reads lore? Like
No, there's not, and I want that to be a thing. I
So,
want someone to
takes
just
the
read
book.
it to me, so I never have to.
There is
fucking
nothing
do it.
Bud,
that
that's
his
a channel. That's
iridescent
a show for
eyes
you.
upon. Yeah. Anyway, it was one of the things I've been throwing around because I was like, somebody should read the lore.
Okay, so you got the Zinch book, right?
Yes.
So read me Sky Sharks. So yeah.
You mean Screamers?
Screamers, yeah. Let's find out what the lore is for Screamers. Live on air.
Story
Oh
time.
no, actually
Bud.
Twitch chat. Twitch chat pick a unit. We'll wait for the Twitch chat to pick a unit. That's it.
Okay.
It's
And
like
I've got
Christmas
about 7 minutes before we're doing a Zoom gift opening with
nice.
my brother and his kid, my brother and his wife
cute.
and his kids, and my mom and
What?
my dad.
Well,
My
then
mummy?
you just do the Screamers.
Okay. Nah, I'm gonna do my favorite from the book actually.
Okay, fine.
The Ogroid Thaumaturge.
Okay, let's go.
Nice.
Shrouded in mystery and rumor, little is actually known about Ogroid thaumaturges, though there is much speculation. There is no doubt, however, that the creatures are steeped in magic. Their very skin writhes with arcane energies as inner fires blaze eldritch sigils across their hulking bodies. These creatures like to think of themselves as cerebral and sophisticated, but when they are wounded or confounded, they reveal something of the terrifying beast within. In their rage, the telltale multicolored flames of Zinch erupt about them, often centered around their totemic staves. For all their protestations to the contrary, for all their pretensions and use of sophisticated language, Ogroid thaumaturges are essentially bestial in nature. And that has been story time.
I love that.
Oh, we need to. That needs to be a thing that happens every week.
Yeah. You just make some of those and send them to me, and I'll just include them in the show.
That'll
That's
be your
great.
commercial break. And now
That'll be my commercial break.
little
Now for
lore.
a narrative commercial break. I'm into that. That was great. I loved it. Thank you to Realm, the real Mr. Winters, not Realm R. Winters, for
Jeez.
gifting a gift subscription here as well. There's also been a question from Viral. And the answer is go to goonhammer.com. The answer is oftentimes go to goonhammer.com. I hope that helps. So, real Mr. Winters, thank you for gifting a gift subscription. Looking forward to Mating Realms Ogroids. That'll be pretty dark.
Yeah, well, Mating Realms.
The Melting Realms. Did you catch that on the Monday show? Cold Shoulder writes us some fun, sexy narrative that we read out.
Oh, I didn't catch that. Why did I not catch the whole show on Monday?
Well, it's because James says it, and like James has got quite a nasally sound.
Oh yeah, and I ignore him most of the time because he talks about elves. Him
Exactly.
and Dan.
Yeah.
Often I don't even realize there's a bottom half of the screen when I'm watching.
You've got the window actually cropped up. Just in case.
That's right. That's right. I have another screen open on the bottom half.
I remember once I accidentally put everyone in the wrong box, and everyone was so triggered on the screen. They were like, "No, put this back." Right? Yeah, the bottom half is the elf half. No one likes the elf half of the room.
That's
Yeah.
right.
The elves on the bottom shelf.
Well, bud, it's been lovely seeing you for Christmas.
Yeah.
Man, it's been great.
I hope you have a great day. Big love to the family.
All right.
Can we all thank Bud in the chat for being on the show and saying hi?
Oh, and thank Rob and Scrivo. You guys are awesome. I like the Honest Wargamer. I like the community we have.
We've got a good crew, haven't we? We've got a
We do.
good gang of guys.
We got good
and
guys,
ladies.
eh? Hey,
Good
yeah,
guys,
bud.
eh? Right,
Yeah,
see you later,
bud.
eh, bud. I'll see
Okay.
you. See you around the Spintoon. I'll catch you around see you over at
Well, at the maple syrup festival that we're having downtown. Okay.
See you later, eh, bud. Like, take care of
Okay.
yourself.
Okay,
Merry Christmas, eh, bud.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Scribble. Merry Christmas, Rope.
That's honestly how they sound. Like they listen when we're off Skype. That's how they sound, John. And then they go, "Time to put on my presenter voice." That's why the only Canadians you can have on the show are ones that have already done some sort of like commercial front of house stuff. Otherwise, they sound like that all the way up to when we go live. It's just outrageous. How you doing there, John? You looking a bit somber.
Yeah, I was laughing, and it's that weird thing of just like I don't know what to say after all those accents. I suddenly have all these feelings about how awkward that made me feel.
What did you have a feeling about you had a feeling about my Jamaican accent?
Yeah, I just wanted to punch you. I really just wanted to make it stop and end.
Some people
forever.
really hate accents.
I
didn't realize that. It's about time. It's about time.
It's one of those weird things that, like, if I'm watching a film and it's obviously a British actor and they're putting on a really ropey accent, I get quite angry watching it because it annoys me because they could have just had a German person play that character instead. It always just gets me. I don't know why.
It's way better when someone tries to do a bad version of it. Like,
I don't know.
Trying to do like bad accents is a tried and tested English tradition. Like, I would say.
Well, it's not just English. Like in Highlander, when you have Sean Connery playing a Spaniard, and it's like, at what point did that ever seem like a good casting decision?
Oh yeah,
it's like,
he's Scottish.
I'm a Spaniard and I'm orange because they've given me a fake tan, and it's the 80s.
Now I think Spanish people are Scottish. I've watched that so much as a kid. I now think the Spanish people not sound Scottish. How do they sound? Spanish? Never heard, I don't think I've ever heard a Spanish person now.
And
Oh
then,
wait,
like,
he was actually
the main...
Egyptian, John. You're an idiot. You don't know anything.
I thought it was Spanish Egyptian.
Can someone knowledgeise John, because he clearly doesn't know anything about his Highlander lore.
All right.
Which is
all right. And then the main guy, he learnt his actual lines phonetically because he didn't speak English at the time.
Okay.
So that's even better. It's like you're playing a fake, like this epic Scottish character, and you're not even Scottish. Cool. I don't know. Oh, Mel Gibson. Someone's touched on the Mel Gibson nerve as well. Oh, God.
Actually, I lost my virginity to
Braveheart. We know. You've said that too many times. I know too many horrible truths about you, Rob.
That's not a horrible truth. That's a great,
I didn't need to know it.
it all started at the bit where she gets her throat cut. That's a great Tom Cruise is the Last Samurai. Wait, but he's not trying to be Japanese. I mean, he is, but like he's not like doing the Japanese accent.
But it's just, why was he ever in that film? Other than for it to be marketable, apparently.
Whatever. I really like
just,
that. Hey Bearstruck 88. I hope you well. Kill the heretics. It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Which
as a loyal Dark Angels player, I completely agree.
Some of my favourite people are heretics, actually. So let's be careful, because dangerous chat. That is dangerous chat there, John.
I know, right?
Dangerous suggestion to murder all the heretics. It's a good question you asked earlier, John, about which armies would we like to see next year.
Because there's gaps, right? Isn't it? There's so many gaps in what they could do in both game systems, but are they brave enough to just go, right, here's something completely new?
I think so. I don't think that's real. I think the whole point is there's still so much left unexplored. Like, I'm very happy with like what's going. Like,
yeah,
to know the rules and the lore intimately for lots of the armies out there is actually really, really hard. And like, there's so much still left to explore. Like, I still haven't read all of the Horus Heresy, for example, so I would like to finish that off. You know, there's so much to unpack from the hobby.
Yeah.
That, like with the lore, I don't think we have to stress too much about there being new things. The new models are cool.
Yeah,
new models are cool, but new armies. I'm more interested in them making sure they get what they're doing now right.
Yes, I think you're right there. That's one of the worst things, is to have them churn out new versions of something and then it still be not like the rules being a mess, the rules for the actual game being a mess. I'd rather they did less and did it well, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. But but then I don't know. I mean, different people want different things. Some people just want to see a new thing, have that done, and off they go. John and Rob, if you had one Christmas wish for Warhammer, what would it be? John? I'll give you some time to think about it. You don't have to rush into it. Take a moment.
So, a wish for me or for Warhammer as a whole?
Warhammer as a whole.
Okay.
I suppose vampires, Warp Spider says. I want vampires too, but I've talked about this before. I'll say it again. I want some Twilight vampires. I don't want vampirettes. I mean, I'm not against vampirettes. I want everyone to know that. Go on, John. What are you thinking?
I think I would like an old school grot army that isn't Gits. So having things like the Doom Diver, and whether that means that that's part of like Sky Pirate grots, just something to use those kind of the quirky things like the Doom Diver, Squig catapults, all those kind of cool quirky things that just aren't there anymore.
Yeah,
I'd like that.
Okay, that's super fun. Mine is for Archwarmer to be publicly flogged and beaten while the nerds make fun of him. Yeah, that'd be fun. Kidney punch him. But obviously, like, in the realm of metaphorical, not real, because of TLSs. No more new armies until old school minis are replaced, especially Metal and Finecast. Raptor D6, you and me on the same
100%.
page, baby. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no, I take that back. I've got one big wish, actually.
Go on.
Proper Demon Prince models.
Yeah, you know it.
Not just a generic one that kind of half-asses all of them. I want proper ones for everything. And a 40k one and an Age of Sigmar one, so they aren't just a watered-down version.
Yeah, I'd like some Demon Princes. Like a new Bellacore model. I think Demon Princes fit really nicely. It's interesting it's funny how like relevant Demon Princes are in 40k and how unrelevant they are in Age of Sigmar. they just no one gives a shit about. I mean, you can make a cool corn one, but that's about it. Yeah, but I wouldn't mind them seeing a Demon Prince for each. I wouldn't mind seeing a Demon Prince for each of the like gods. So a Cornate one, a Tzeentch one.
Yes, because it should be very kind of visual. Otherwise, when it's just a generic demon, it just. Ironically, it's in the top 100 kits that they sell, so it still sells, even though it's kind of an underwhelming kit.
Because you have to buy it. Because it's because you play it in games all the time, and it's such a plug and play piece in some armies that it doesn't need like any support. So it's like I'm going to run Death. Like at some point when I get through my Death Guard painting, there's 3 Demon Princes that are going to be done for Nurgle. So that's something I have to do, and I'm obviously not going to do the Games Workshop Demon Prince because he's obviously fugly as hell. So I'm going to do something else. So that's fun as a challenge and something fun to do. Bellacore's model, oh my god, he looks like he's trying to fart out an extra chromosome. It's such a terrible model. Yeah, I agree, which is why I love the one from Creature Caster. I think it's called the Lord of Ruin, which is just great. Raptor D6, listen while doing the dishes, and I had to stop to get that one in, lol. What did he say? Space Skaven. No, wait, what did he say? Raptor D6. What did he stop the... Ton Britines, Snowman says it, who are horses that ride human. Wait, Ton? Hold up. Let me just get this in. Ton Britians. Yeah, so Ton Britians, who are horses that ride humans into combat. Sold. Absolutely sold on that. That'd be really fun. But they do it they must do it piggyback, not all fours.
No, it'd be like the guy in Mad Max 3. The little dude sitting on top of the big dude, just walking on like a backpack.
You mean Master Blaster?
Master Blaster, that's the one. I couldn't remember the name.
I'd love to see a Master Blaster army. Imagine like ogres, but with like Gretchen or something behind them, like controlling them. That would be awesome. That'd be
Nurglings controlling ogres.
Oh yeah, that would.
That's fun.
No, because the Nurglings aren't smart. So you need like the whole point is the Master has to be a smart guy. And then, like,
I suppose Storm Fiends are technically that because there's the little rat attached to the back of them, isn't there?
No, he's more like the rat attached to the back. I think is meant to be like a processing unit. I think, which is like fucking like that's actually a super dark model. Like,
I love them. They're such a weird model to look at.
Yeah. It's super dark. If you know, guys don't know what we're talking about. Skaven Storm Fiends, like they've got a little backpack and there's a human, like there's a dead rat in it.
It's like something. A Skaven fetus, basically. It looks like a half-developed body. It's really strange. Painting it, I was like, what am I supposed to be doing? Why am I feeling like I should throw up?
Yeah. I thought about putting wings on Abaddon for a Demon Prince conversion. That would look awesome, Warp Spider. That would look really cool. I'm gonna print some. It's gonna be my plan, John.
Yeah.
And
That
see
sounds
what
cool.
I can end up with.
Because I did a corn one because I wanted to just paint one, but it's like to get a power armored Demon Prince at the moment. There isn't one that looks like the original old metal one they did years ago. There isn't that aesthetic of it. Looks like a Chaos Space Marine that has ascended
Yeah, I'm gonna go
with
find
all the bits of power armor. There's
find
some cool sculpts out there, I bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find some and print some, like some designs and stuff, and pay for them. Because ultimately, like Games Workshop are just selling like a piece of shit model that's plastic. So why would I buy it? Like when you can get some there's some awesome ones out there. Like we talked about, Creature Cast have some good ones.
Yeah,
So,
like that King of. Have you seen the King of Ruin they did for them? It's like an armored version of a Great Unclean one.
yeah,
Just looks
love
so
that.
cool.
Love that. Yeah, yeah. I would love to see a new Zinch unit where you have Pink Horror riding a Screamer of Zinch. Oh, Nabruk.
Like a surfboard.
That would
That'd
be,
be crazy.
yeah, I'm really into that. That would be super fun. That would be super good, yeah. I do think they could do, I think the Screamer kit's old? Or is it not that old?
I think it's in the last 10 years because it's quite a basic kit though, isn't it? Because it's just a thing and you stick some fangs and spiky bits on.
An evil killer clown army would be hilarious.
Oh, don't know.
No one's scared of clowns, John. It's not a thing. Yeah, people just say they're scared of clowns. No one's actually ever scared of clowns. Yeah, they're not scary. They're not scary. Even it wasn't scary because it was weird. Did you find it scary?
I find it unnerving, but it's because it's not necessarily the clown. It's the things like the music and all the tone is set to make you nervous and kind of apprehensive. It's all very psychological rather than it being the actual clown.
Huh?
Like the actual music in the background of a scene and stuff is meant to make you feel nervous. So
Yeah. Luke says, I don't mind generic proxies, but IP theft stuff is corny. I don't know what IP theft stuff is, but I like generic proxies are. I don't know. Like Demon Princes being Demon Princes, like someone could sculpt that, and people have, like Creature Caster, for example.
Yeah.
They clearly do a Great and Clean one, a Lord of Change, and everything else, and they look great. Like I'm a consumer, I want that idea done in a different way. I as a consumer, I'm cool. Like I don't know why someone's offered a better product to me. I want that product.
yeah, I'm a bit more apprehensive if it is literally someone's just 3D printing a gun, and it is obviously that specific thing. But when it's something that is literally they don't do it, or they don't do what I want, cool. I think it's kind of quite reasonable. So if it's something that you can buy from Games Workshop, but it's just an inconvenience, I get a bit funny if someone's like, right, I'm just going to print loads of this one gun just because I don't want to go and buy a plastic kit that only has 3 of it in it. That I get the frustration, but at the same time, they do offer it. It's just not ideal. But when it's like a Demon Prince and they don't do a Zinch Demon Prince,
yeah, but what
so
if
bad.
I took the gun, put it in some green stuff, made a little mold myself, and then made the gun myself several times?
that's you just using your own initiative there.
How's that any different? You fucking.
I don't know. It's just it's such a grey area.
It's such a luddite.
It's so confusing. It's so confusing where I stand with it, isn't it?
Yeah, because
I contradict myself with it because it's cult, like in our heads it's ingrained like we're stealing from them, but they're not offering the service, are they? It's like if they did like a bits thing where you could buy that one gun you get in the Tau Commander kit,
I'm not buying.
people would buy them, wouldn't they?
I'm not buying 3 of that fugly ass Demon Prince for my.
No, definitely
not. But then someone's like, "What did someone say?" I was going to use Abaddon, and I was like, "Fuck, that would be cool." But who cares? Like, I don't want to do Abaddon. If someone's like, "There's this boss ass Demon Prince who looks Nurgle-fied," I'll be like, "That I'll have that. I'll either buy it or print it, whichever one, because it looks awesome and it's my army, and I want to play my friends with awesome shit." Yeah. That's it. That's all.
So my big kind of thing I've got at the moment is I've got some Chaos Terminators I got for Christmas. The default loadout is a chain axe and a combi weapon. There's 1 chain axe in the kit.
Oh yeah, I've seen that lady write the email.
And I just want to be able to get cool chain axes. And the closest alternative Games Workshop offer is Forge World do chain axes, but they're the wrong time period because they actually look like loyalist chain axes. I want like cornate looking ones. So I'm like, what else am I going to do?
Yeah,
so I want Napoleonic
chain axes. That's my thing.
Jesus Christ.
Gorka
Imagine
Walker's
that.
just had a great Christmas. I just opened the gifts of my two sisters sent me. Turns out they didn't communicate, and now I own 2 Forge World Rogue Idols. That's just great.
I
Like,
consider that a win.
that's great. I mean, you're only ever going to take 1, but still 2 is brilliant news. A lot of doll clown phobia is thought to be part of the natural fear disgust of corpses. It's the pale white skin tones and whatnot, says Snowman Wizard. That's interesting because that really points to mine and John's early sexuality as teenagers, where we really enjoyed goth girls, which were also very pale.
Still do, mate.
Still do,
My wife
mate.
is very pale.
Oh, anyway. So yeah, I don't know where we were on in the conversation. If anyone's got a question, go on.
So to me, it's like I now need to find chain axes. Games Workshop don't offer that as a service, so I have to go somewhere else. I don't have a choice in that situation. I'm not buying the same kit 5 times with 20. Then I'd have 25 Chaos Terminators with only the 5 chain axes. So I'd still have the problem, but I would have made it 5 times as worse.
Anyway, that's good. There's loads to unpack in this. I think this is why I want to be a part of the conversation, John, to be honest, over the next few years, because I think it's a conversation people are going to keep having.
Yes.
So
I think it's going to only get worse, because now I've noticed in all the WhatsApp chats I'm in for the hobby, it used to be there was one guy who happened to have a 3D printer and he'd print the odd thing and it looked all right type of thing. Now it's gotten to the point where every other person in a chat has one and they're printing stuff that I look at and go, that's as good as a model. So it's now that sort of situation where you go, something needs to be done. Games Workshop need to either up their game or they're going to lose us all just going,
I would never want to print their stuff.
Not their stuff, but have alternatives. Using adjacent models.
But again, it's not framed. I just want alternative stuff because who doesn't?
Yeah.
Give me all of the options. I'm a hobbyist. Someone's like, these are the only ghosts you can buy. I'm like, but what if I want other ghosts? Like, if there's some like for instance, if vampires come out, right? I imagine the vampire sculpts are going to be muchos gorgeous from Games Workshop. Ooh, chef's kiss all day. I'm very excited about them. I'm very excited about classic vampires, John. I really want bloodlines and vampiric. Honestly, vampires might be an army they're on my checklist if they fit into what I want, which is heraldry, bloodlines. This one's descended from that one, almost vampiric nobility.
The proper counts. That's what I miss of them. Yeah.
So I'm into if that is where it ends up in curses and wolves and they do curses and all sorts of other stuff. Then I'm really into it, super grimdark. That's where my jam is. So as soon as that happens, and I love jam, I'm going to be there, right? But if that's not the case, or if that does come out, and then there's still some other great vampire sculpts in the world because people do armored vampire sculpts all over the place, and there's some kick-ass vampires I can put in my army. I might do a little vampire family. Yeah, I can paint them all up. So if they are what you want, then you want them. Yeah, you get it. You get it. I know that was a long way of saying that, but I don't care. They provide, if they said... Oh, no, I'm not saying... Well, let's move off this convo because I keep talking about the bloody
it ends up being a very circular thing, I think, because there's not the right answer and a wrong answer to that sort of discussion, and it is always going to be a healthy discussion, isn't it? So
Always. Which brings us up to about 4 hours, and I'm like, am I hungry yet? Shall I have my Christmas dinner? And I think I might go have my Christmas dinner if everyone's cool with that.
I think you should, because then I can actually go for a pee as well, because I'm getting to that point myself.
Oh, okay.
Stay too hydrated, Rob. Using this wonderful bottle available from the store.
So I'm going to go offline for an hour. I'm going to go get myself some Christmas dinner and have some fun, and then I'll be back with a guest, or not even with a guest, and then to take us through the evening. So there'll be an evening of streaming like there was yesterday with who knows who. So do join us again in an hour's time. So that'll be an hour's time, it's 5 o'clock. And then we'll hang out and we'll do some more chatting. Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us today. So if you're in a different part of the world, you can sleep now or whatever, you hang up. And then, we'll be back later. So if you want to hang out some more, do some painting, whatever, please do join us. Loads of love. If you click the subscribes, or you can even set up as a notification so you can see it. That's not me trying to push an agenda. That's just for you guys. Hey, Donal, you did some hobby. Nice, man. Then,
Nice.
yeah, join us again later. And everyone have a great day. Merry Christmas.